What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday and happy almost the continuation of week 6 because we got football going on tomorrow. Of course, today's college, but you got to set your NFL fantasy football lineups and you need to know what's going on as far as injuries, matchups, all of that. We got the videos out. Hopefully, you've checked every start sit video that we have for every position, but things change, right? Things change very quickly throughout the week. And so we got to give you the most up-to-date information. That's why we're going to be here for the next 3 hours to answer your questions and give you the latest info because, things change very quickly in the NFL. Let's start with the injury report as far as who is not going to play this. Lamar Jackson is definitely out. You're going to be without him. Brock Purdy and Ricky Pearsall. But Juwan Jennings in San Francisco and the quarterback who's supposed to be backing up Brock Purdy, Mac Jones, they're both questionable. It sounds like Jennings are like he's I don't think they use the word probable, but make it sound like he's probably good to go. And then Mac Jones, he doesn't he just have to play?
Exactly. I think we're going to see both these guys this weekend. I mean, look, Mac Jones, how many times did he lay on the ground hurt last week or limp off and then kept playing? Like he's gonna play, I'm sure. And I think Jennings is gonna play as well.
Yeah. Pearsall's been ruled out already, and Brock Purdy, man, that injury seems to be lingering. So once again, San Francisco will be shorthanded. And of course, goes without saying, Kittle is still out, and next week doesn't even seem to be a certainty. So just keep that in mind. San Francisco again. Talk about shorthanded. How about Tampa Bay? Missing their starting running back, Bucky Irving, already missing Mike Evans, their number one receiver. And now, just when Chris Godwin was back, he's back out because of fibula. And I will say, we weren't wanting you to start Chris Godwin anyways because you figure he's working his way back. But now, maybe you have to take a look and think long term. Is Chris Godwin just going to struggle all season? Or do you feel like this is just a short-term move to get him right? For the next couple of weeks?
Well, let's hope it's a short-term move, but you have to start being concerned now, right? I mean, plays 2 games, and already now Todd Bowles said it's not related to the same injury, but come on. It's obviously really, you know what I mean? So I think you have to be a little bit worried here. I'm not dropping Chris Godwin or anything. I mean, if you're in a really shallow league with shallow benches, sure, maybe you can drop Chris Godwin because it sounds like he might even miss next week, and who knows how long here. Hopefully we'll get Mike Evans back here soon at some point. Where's Mike Evans been? Hello. How did they go from originally saying, it's not even as serious as last year's hamstring to we still not even practicing yet. So hopefully next week, but yeah, you gotta be a little bit worried here. This is something we kind of, as the off season went on, we kind of got worried about, are we ever going to see a fully healthy Chris Godwin? But then he came back and he was out there playing every snap. It's I guess we're fine, but maybe we're not fine.
We're not fine. It's too much too soon. I don't know, but it's been a year with all sorts of issues there. I also feel like, a lot of these injuries we've gotten, you might think, well, it's nothing serious, a week or two. And it's it just extends and extends. Even these players who aren't on IR, they're missing 4 weeks, right? And who knows, the Bucky Irving thing I just mentioned, they're no, he's probably not good for next week either. So we're going to go, 3? Maybe it's going to be 4 weeks. Who knows? It's even though they're not on IR, it doesn't mean they're coming back right away. So,
right.
Yeah, these injuries seem to be dragging on. Speaking of, how about another injury-ravaged team? It's the Cowboys, although you wouldn't know it by the way they're putting up points. But CeeDee Lamb definitely not playing this week again. And then Kevontae Turpin, who was making an impact on special teams as well. He's out still. And then Miles Sanders, not that you were counting on him, but this is interesting for another reason. He's out for the season. He's done. Yep. And so Javante's been great. He's going to continue to crush. But now, one of my stashes this week, and I'm even more in on him now because we didn't know Sanders was going to be out on IR until I think a couple of days ago, maybe a day ago. Jaden Blue, I think, is worth stashing. Would you say?
Oh, absolutely. I think he has to be considered a high-end handcuff now. And he's going to get a little bit of run, so it's not like he's going to be worthless. He's not a handcuff like DJ Giddens or somebody who, only touches the ball if it's a blowout.
Right.
So yeah, I think Jadon Blue, I'm not gonna say a must add, of course, but hey, if you're in deeper leagues and you're hurting at running back, you need some depth, go add Jadon Blue.
Yeah, I mean, high end handcuff. What if Javonte goes down? You're gonna want Jaden Blue. So again, this is the type player you stash now, so you don't have to fight for him on the waiver wire if you have room. Not a must, but keep that in mind. Just like the guy who's going against his former team, the Cowboys, Rico Dowdle, he's going to get all the run, all the chance for the revenge today because Chuba Hubbard has been ruled out again. So now at least we can say, yeah, you got Rico. I mean, you almost have to fire him up, don't you?
Yeah, it got to be a strong start this week. Definitely.
Yeah. So Chuba's out. On the tight end front, Brock Bowers, another brutal one for those who spent a second round pick on Brock Bowers. He is out again. Hopefully he comes back strong at some point. Brenton Strange is not only out this week, he's on IR. He'll be out for a little while. It doesn't matter so much as far as tight ends go, but maybe, just maybe, based on the matchup, based on the injuries, maybe it's a BTJ week. I don't know. We will see. And by that, I mean like an actual big BTJ week for the first time. Terry McLaurin is still out. Not surprising there. Debo is now questionable. I don't like that because I did finally say, like, all right, I'm coming around Debo. You got to, you start Debo, and I think he'll boom. And now he's questionable. Are you worried about Debo?
I mean, maybe a little bit. You always got to be worried about somebody. I mean, Dan Quinn just said that his status will be taken into Monday night. That's never encouraging. And it's also frustrating that it's Monday night. So it's like if you have to have this annoying decision of, do you wait for Debo, who could potentially have a huge game, or do you just play it safer with somebody else? I will say one thing that may make me even a little more concerned for Debo is Kyler Gordon. The Bears slot corner definitely does sound like he's going to come back, but I don't think that's like I don't think that's going to completely keep me off Debo, because it's not like Debo only plays out of the slot. He'll go outside as well. But yeah, now we have this annoying, tough decision, right? Like if you have Debo and, insert pretty good wide receiver here who's healthy and plays on Sunday, what do you do?
Right. Because look, Terry's out. If Debo happens to miss, I guess you should be able to say, okay, I can pluck Luke McCaffrey off of waivers. I don't know that you want to start Luke McCaffrey over, like you said, somebody who's a decent option here. I mean, even a risky one like Isaiah Flowers, Marvin Harrison. Like, are you sure you'd prefer Luke McCaffrey? I don't know.
No.
I'm not sure. Okay, so other thing, finally, as far as out, Christian Watson. Yeah, I know he hasn't been in all year, but there were rumors, right? He's back at practice. Maybe it's too soon. So we're not going to see Christian Watson. Questionables. Here we go. I already mentioned a couple of them. Kyler Murray is the big one that we saw early in the week. And what I saw is they're like, yeah, he'll play. I think it was Gannon who said, yeah, he's probably or probable, something like that. He'll play unless, right, they see something pregame. That's not a great sign either, though. What if something happens?
Yeah, I mean, that's not a great sign. I mean, how good do you even feel about Kyler Murray anyway? So, I mean, yeah.
Right.
It's not like, where did I have Kyler this week? I had him as a streamer, but now it's probably like risky streamer. Like, there's a lot of QBs I would play over Kyler Murray this week for sure.
Yeah. This sounds like they're going to keep an eye on him pregame if they don't like what they see or he has a setback. So there's a lot of risk here. And that's just health-wise. I mean, he wasn't like lighting it up anyways. Let's see. We got Quentin Johnston is questionable here. He's on the list. Alvin Kamara, also questionable. Zay Flowers, questionable, and in a questionable offense. Dalton Kincaid, that's a new one. Yep. What's the word on Kincaid here?
Well, yeah, he hasn't really been practicing much. He was in a red non-contact jersey today. Sean McDermott saying, they'll have a better idea after practice today. So I'll be keeping an eye on Twitter here to see, or X, whatever it's called now, to see if we get an update here. But that's definitely a big blow because I think this was a good Kincaid spot this week. And again, Kincaid on Monday night. So it's like if you have Kincaid or insert not so bad tight end who plays on Sunday here, do you just not risk it and roll with the other tight end?
You might need to, because if Kincaid doesn't play, your only option is hoping you can get Kyle Pitts, right? Or
Dawson Knox.
I might just go with option C. And then also possibly on the comeback trail, Jalen Coker. Cokehead might have to wait another week to unite because he's still questionable. Don't know if he'll play. I don't think I would risk it. It would be a great spot against the Cowboys, but yeah, maybe just a stash. And then not too many players we know are in that were questionable. Right now, Jalen Warren is going to come back. So sorry, Kenneth Gainwell Truthers, all three of you. Michael Mayer is in, and that matters because, again, Brock Bowers is out. So that might be a fallback option if you need a tight end. And Alec Pierce is in. Again, that only matters because, he missed with concussion, and that led to more targets for guys like Josh Downs, which is why we're not really on Josh Downs. Also, A.D. Mitchell might play and might hold on to the ball this time.
Maybe.
If he gets the ball. That's assuming he gets the ball. Apparently, there's a big thing because Demarcado did it last week. Right now, it's just becoming an every week thing. Somebody has to make a point of doing the stupidest thing possible and dropping the ball before the goal line. So I think they basically said, like, look, if you do that, you are out. Like, you're just not playing. Right? There were coaches. They had this as part of their pregame meeting or something like that.
I mean, they should. I mean, it's sad that you have to say this to NFL players, and it's just crazy to me. Like, why is it that, like, you're running into the end zone and the first thing that crosses your mind is just drop the ball?
Right.
Like, well, I don't understand. Like, you just don't, like, get this ball out. Get this ball out of my hands. I can't wait to drop this football. Especially, what's really crazy to me is, like, guys scoring their first touchdowns, like Jalen Noel last week, scoring his first ever NFL touchdown and then dropping the ball. Like, dude, don't you want that for the rest? That's your first NFL touchdown. Like, I would be like, no way, man. This is my ball.
You would think. Yeah, I don't know why that's the immediate reaction. Like, as soon as possible, like, it's like a hot potato, like, get it out. I remember when only Deshaun Jackson did that regularly. Like, he was the only one who did that. Those who remember Deshaun Jackson know. All right. Deshaun Jackson, the former Eagle. Speaking of, I know we're going to get into all the questions. Honestly, I just have to ask, like, what happened? Did the Eagles not know they were playing on Thursday? Did they just, like, forget?
Well,
we got to.
I think a couple things happened. Is right before the game, Jalen Carter was ruled out, and then within, like, the first two series, Quinyon Mitchell hurt his hamstring. He left the game. So you're talking about one of your best defensive interior linemen and easily your best cover corner, top 5 cover corner in the entire NFL out. And then Reed Blankenship left that game. I don't know if he came back in. By that point, it was like I wasn't paying attention enough to see if he came back in. I just think, and then look, the Eagles offense is broken right now. The Eagles offense is broken. Can they fix it? Of course, they have the talent to fix it. The interior offensive line is decimated with injury. AJ Brown looks like he doesn't even care. Like, even in his post-game interviews, what did he say? Like, I don't recall having that meeting. What? You don't recall having that meeting? Like, what? Yeah, I don't know. The Eagles offense is broken. But look, credit to Cam Scadaboo. Okay, I was not as high on Cam Scadaboo as I should have been, of course, even though Cam Scadaboo was my boy. This whole offseason, Cam Scadaboo was my boy. Cam Scadaboo, like, look, I don't like the Giants. I'm a Commanders fan. But you got to love Cam Scadaboo and the way he plays and the way he runs all the energy. And look, Jackson Dart, the same thing. But I'll say this about Jackson Dart. That dude is not going to make it through the end of the season playing the way he does. Like, dude, there's like playing hard and being energetic, and then there's like being an idiot and like diving headfirst into another player's face, which, by the way, imagine if the roles were reversed and the defender did that to Jackson Dart. Penalty, ejected. Jackson Dart, it's like, first down. Great job, kid. It's like, what? That shit, like, how? But the point is, like, I think you had a combination of short week, the Eagles offense being broken, the defense getting decimated by injury, and a Giants team that is just like, we're just going to play with 100% energy every single snap. And if we die, we die.
There you go. Ivan Drago. They got Drago on the side as like the assistant coach. Like,
well, that's almost like how Brian Daboll is. Did you see him like going like he doesn't even care. Like he doesn't even care. Like I don't care if Jackson Dart has a brain injury. Put him back out there. This is my job. This is my job. Get him back out.
This job. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's just like, hey, keep doing it.
Like he doesn't even like the way he looks at Jackson Dart. I'm like, find somebody that looks at you like that. Like I think Brian Daboll would die for Jackson Dart right now.
He would die. He would be dead without Jackson Dart right now. So that's the thing. He knows it.
Yeah.
It's crazy times. We're gonna look, and I would just say this. I looked through my almost 20 draft lane leagues to set the lineups. Yeah, I've checked my lineups. I already set them. I had Wan'Dale Robinson on the bench in 5 leagues. I had him in my lineup in 1. Okay, I didn't start Wan'Dale Robinson until I should have, but I mean, come on, against the Eagles on Thursday, like nobody was doing that. So, I mean, we'll take the L for not saying you got to start Scatterboo, but come on, really, like you wouldn't know.
Yeah, but then next week everybody's gonna be like, you have to start Scatterboo, and he's not gonna score a touchdown again, and it's gonna be like, oh, I mean, 3. Look. You know I love Scatterboo, and he runs great. I love the way he runs. But 3 touchdowns, I mean, I don't care who you are. You score 3 touchdowns, you're going to have a big fantasy day.
Yeah. Well, not saying it's the same thing, but Trey Tucker scored 3 touchdowns a couple weeks ago. You're not starting him every week. Not the same thing, but I'm just saying, right. History will not repeat. Okay. We do have, of course, our very first comment related to Scatterboo, but first, before we get to your questions and your comments, we got to take care of business here. And by business, I mean free money. Yeah, we want you to get it. We want you to get these wins in fantasy. We want you to get these wins on Underdog, making your picks. The best way to get a win is by taking the gimme. This is a free pick. And I'm pleased to announce that this weekend's free gimme pick is Cam Ward. That's right. The U may be on bye this weekend, but you could still get a Kane in your lineup. Go Cam Ward, just getting a yard, right? Doesn't have to do a whole lot there against the Raiders, just 1 yard. And you get that gimme pick, you take it, and you pair it with any other pick, and you win. You get your special pick plus up to $1,000 bonus cash if you use code ENDGAME as a new customer. Sorry, new customers only getting that free pick. But the good news is that also new customers will, if they play that pick, any pick, whatever you do, put $5, you get another $100 in bonus funds. But everyone gets profit boosts because you already know it's Boosttober. It's Boosttober, profit boost for everyone throughout the month of October. But new customers, if you haven't tried Underdog yet, again, use code ENDGAME, get the $100, get the free pick, and all of the gimmies. We still need I feel like we definitely need a Boosttober graphic of some sort.
I have it. Hold on. Where's my Boosttober?
Now, of course, I could have just gone and looked and found it myself. Now I'm realizing this, but I just thought about it. So
I thought I have it. I don't know. I thought I had it. But basically, you get it. There's a profit boost every single day. So, I will say what I usually do, because if you look at if you're like me and you're a nerd, and you look at the profitability, because you can do 2 picks, 3 picks, 4 picks, 5 picks. I think now they even let you go up to 8. But the most profitable, the best picks are the 3 or the 5 in terms of the payout you get versus how accurate you need to be. 2 picks are the worst. But if you're getting a 50% profit boost, meaning now instead of 2 picks paying 3 to 1, it's paying what? 5.5 to 1 or whatever it is with the 50%, 4.5 to 1. Now a 2 pick becomes viable, right? A 2 pick becomes viable. So they have profit boosts every single day in October.
Every day. All right. Also, every single day, we are answering questions, not just on the live stream, but on the app. And by the app, I mean the Draft Lane app. So show you what we're talking about here. Draft Lane is our app. We're using it to answer all your fantasy questions, just like we do here. And so we'll show you what it looks like real quick. Actually, let me get out and do this. Still taking promo code ENDGAME here as well. So if you go and you download the Draft Lane app for free, App Store or Play Store, and then you sign up, and it's super quick. Did I mention it's free? And then if you use code ENDGAME here in the settings wheel, you get 10 free credits, and then you can ask away. So we'll go to ask a question. So let's do this one. I think this is only fitting. This is the best. This is actually probably the best feeling in the whole world, isn't it? I accidentally played Wandale because my trade didn't go through for some trade for Shakir. Oops, I got 20-something points. Well, here's the question is now he's stuck with Shakir, which is okay. Start Shakir or Ted McMillan. I know the answer to this.
Yeah, I think you got to go Ted. I do like Shakir this week. I really do, but I think you got to go Ted McMillan here against the Cowboys.
Yeah. So, it's interesting because as the week goes on, and I check every so often, and we pick our booms early in the week, like was it Tuesday or something, and then the video comes out. But now all of a sudden I'm seeing all these other site analysts are like, "Yo, Ted's great spot." I mean, it is, right? No guarantee he scores his first touchdown. It's too much upside. You can't ignore it.
Yeah. Although I always worry when the whole world is on a guy.
Right. Well, that's why I'm worried about Matthew Stafford throwing for like 150 yards.
Oh, man.
All right. So got to go with Ted in the smash spot. Shakir is fine, but we're going for that huge upside. There it is. And so that's how you do it. You ask your questions. Got another one. We'll save it because we want to get to your questions here on the live stream. You know how this works. We're going to answer all of the super chats that we get. Actually, now I think about it. We had a goal last time. Are we doing a goal today, or we're just going to get into it?
I think we can just get into it. We can take a break and still answer some non-supers, though.
Drop a super chat. Guarantee we will answer all of them as long as it takes. We'll do, of course, anyone's got that membership on YouTube, and we'll do as many others as we possibly can. Let's start with John Wickering. Yep. Scattaboo times 3.
Yeah.
The person I'm playing had Goddard on his bench too. I mean, look, I'm sure. Goddard going off.
You know what's crazy about Goddard? I think we're just going to have to say, like, if you got Goddard, you keep him in. Because it's not just, okay, yeah, he went off this week. But this is now 4 designed plays for Dallas Goedert this season inside the 5-yard line.
Yep.
Is Arthur Smith running this offense? Who's running this offense? Like, did you see that play? It was like a weird, like Hurts rolls out, stops, and then like forward pitches it to Goddard, and he
like flipping it.
Really? You got AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, Saquon Barkley, and you designed this play? I mean, it worked. Credit, it worked. But I'm like, oh God, is Arthur Smith like secretly running the Eagles offense? Look, Goddard, I think, has to be like a solid start every week now if he's going to be getting all these, every time they get inside the 5, it's like, ooh, Goddard time.
Without getting too deep into it, we have to keep in mind, it's easy. We've just been like, oh, it's the Eagles, they'll be fine, right? They won the Super Bowl last year. They had, great offense, was not issue. You got to remember, they had issues 2 years ago on offense. We kind of went through this, right? And last year they had Kellen Moore, and now they don't have Kellen Moore. Maybe we're not going to see last year's Eagles. We're going to see the Eagles from 2 years ago, which is still good, but kind of frustrating, right? AJ Brown was kind of frustrating 2 years ago. Anyways, this one's easy, John. Shaheed or Pearsall? Pearsall has been ruled out, so you're going to go.
Yeah, that one's easy. Easiest question of the day.
All right, Spearsy, what's up? Dropped Njoku. Okay. Have Juwan Johnson, Mason Taylor. I would if you can pick up Njoku again, I would pick up Njoku again. I think Juwan Johnson's just droppable now, don't you?
I mean, probably. I'd like to give him one more game here potentially, but yeah, pretty close. I mean, you got to go Mason Taylor here, though. You got to go Mason Taylor.
Yeah, this week you got to go Mason Taylor. I would think I would probably have those 3 this week start Njoku just because Mason Taylor gets the Broncos. All right, Jay. 1364, always nice and early too. To flex, Haskins, Harrison, McCaffrey, or Ridley and Bourne.
Well, I do really like Ridley this week. I mean, I can Okay, so you currently have Hassan Haskins, Marvin Harrison Jr., and Luke McCaffrey, but Ridley's on waivers. I will add Ridley over like Luke McCaffrey easily.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason I don't want to add him over Hassan Haskins is because it is the Dolphins this week. And what if Haskins, goes for 60, 70 yards? Because I'm not sure he can go for more than that, but he scores 2 touchdowns. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Like, you're going to really regret that you dropped Hassan Haskins, even if you're not starting him this week. So I can add Ridley and drop him over I can add Ridley over McCaffrey. I'm not sure. Can I start Ridley over Harrison, though? I might. Let me see. I do really like Ridley this week.
That's the thing. Kyler's risky.
Yeah, but do we feel better about Kyler or Jacoby Brissett? Serious
Fair
question.
Point.
I do really like Ridley this week. I probably still have to go Harrison, though, assuming Kyler plays. Maybe if Kyler's out, I can go Ridley. But this is a great spot for Ridley again this week. But we can't pretend like Ridley is risk-free. There's a ton of risk still with Ridley.
No, definitely. He got the targets. He got some big plays. I mean, you just got to hope they keep opening up the offense. I do feel better about Cam Ward than Jacoby Brissett. But, yeah, I might just play Ridley. Let's go to Kyle. Henderson or Golden?
Travion Henderson? Oh, jeez. I don't really love either this week, but I do have Golden slightly ahead of Henderson. I don't know. I'm not ready. I know, once again, for the second time this year, everybody's already ready to proclaim it's Henderson's backfield. I don't think so. Ramondre has fumbled, 3 times in the last 3 games, and then Antonio Gibson got hurt last week, and still, Ramondre still led the backfield. Albeit it was closer because Gibson was hurt, of course. I just don't know I don't think Henderson has shown enough, honestly, for the Patriots to have that confidence in him yet. So I think, it'll probably be 50-50, but is 50-50 enough? I don't know. I'll just take a chance on Golden here, I think.
This one's tricky because we haven't seen the breakout from either one, and both are in great matchups. Because Golden, Kyle, gets that defense. That Bengals defense. So I know I'm not going to say it. This is it. This is the Henderson week. It could be the Golden week. I think I feel a little better about Henderson because I feel like Golden's still kind of touchdown dependent. But this is kind of a coin flip. Humberto had some bad luck this year. I know that goes. The guy started, win against the Giants juggernaut, Wan'Dale Robinson and Scadaboo. So you have a guy who started Dart, Scadaboo, and Wan'Dale Robinson,
and he's probably gonna beat you.
That's beyond bad luck. That
is fantasy football is pain in a nutshell, right there.
The guy's got to be a Giants fan, which makes it even worse. Okay, now this might be, we already had the easiest question. This might be the hardest question, honestly. I don't even know here. Cody. Bill in a smash spot or Dowdle in a smash spot?
Oh, this is a tough question, but I think we got to go Dowdle slightly over Bill. I mean, we debated putting Dowdle on the Booms video, but it's like, well, what if Chuba plays? Then you can't, you know what I mean? So we couldn't do it. But we know, I have full confidence that Dowdle is going to get, 80% of the touches in this backfield against his Cowboys defense. There is even though I still feel like Bill will probably get the bulk of the touches. What if they're like, hey, that was just a weird game and we're going to go back to a committee or something, right? That risk still does exist. So I don't think that risk exists with Dowdle. I'm going to go Dowdle.
I think, all that makes sense. Part of me is like, okay, well, we know Terry's out. What if Debo misses because he's questionable? Then it's like they're gonna have to lean on Bill. But then I think also part of me is like, okay, Dallas, Carolina versus Washington, Chicago. Who do I feel is more likely to get into a back and forth, right? A high scoring game is Dallas, Carolina. And Carolina's at home, so I think the edge goes to Dowdle because he's got. Trevor Etienne. Get a couple of touches.
Right.
Washington has quarterback who could vulture him at the goal line in JD. So, we're kind of like splitting hairs here, but I think Dowdle makes more sense. Big man fishing. What's up? All right, here we go. It's a big man trade. Josh Jacobs and JT for CMC and Judkins.
Man, what the heck is this? I don't care. I'm not trade. Like if it was CMC and like Montgomery, CMC and I don't know,
Michael Carter.
Well, that's maybe a little too low. CMC and I don't know, Travion Henderson, right? Somebody where it's like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that RB2. I might take the Jacobs and JT side, but Judkins has been great. Like it wouldn't even shock me if Judkins and Jacobs at the end of the year have very similar numbers. Just maybe on a per game basis, since Judkins basically didn't play for 2 games. I'm just not trading CMC. Like the only reason why CMC is not breaking, well, the only 2 reasons CMC is not absolutely breaking fantasy football right now, even dominating Puka, is lack of touchdowns and the efficiency running the football. Like he has what I think I saw it was like 8 more expected fantasy points per game than anybody. 8 more. Like that's insane usage. I'm taking CMC and Judkins here.
Yeah, and my thoughts are this is just a weird trade. Like my 2 amazing running backs for yours. Like what? I'm not sure how this helps anybody. It's just you're just swapping parts, but no, I don't want to trade CMC. Michael Cazares, hold. I guess we can only pick one injured receiver: Reed, Coker, or Burden. Oh, Burden's not hurt though.
Yeah. I mean, is that Jaden Reed? I'm gonna still hold Jaden Reed probably. I mean, I know. Well,
are you?
I don't know. I know he's not. I know he's out till like week 8 or something. But come on. Jalen Coker, Luther Burden.
I mean, these are just stashes. So
I mean, look, you I guess go ahead, stash Luther Burden this week, see what he does, because Coker's probably not playing, and we know Jaden Reed is not playing. So I guess just pick up Luther Burden and see what he does, see if he gets more involved.
Yeah, I don't think there's a pressing need to hold Reed right now. Just exactly. Go with Burden. If he does nothing, drop him because Coker comes back next week probably. And then if go down the line. Brother Pickle. Welcome, Brother Pickle. 12 team. Should I hold Tracy or drop him for Monangai or Isaiah Davis or Pierce or Hollywood?
I mean, I don't know if I really want to drop him for any of those guys.
There are rumors that Monangai might get a little more involved after the bye just because DeAndre Swift has been bad, but
I mean, look, Tracy already played, so if this is a league that lets you drop him after he played, I guess there's no point holding him because, like, is anybody going to run out and pick up Tyrone Tracy after what Cam Scatterbo did? No. So I guess, yeah, if you want to drop him for Monangai and see if Monangai, but look, Monangai plays on Monday. So again, if this is a league like on Yahoo, I used to do this all the time in my Yahoo leagues. I don't have any more Yahoo leagues because Yahoo by default allows you to drop players who have already played on your bench. So I would pick up a handcuff for the Thursday night game. Okay, nobody got hurt. Then I would pick up a handcuff for the Sunday morning games. All right, nobody got hurt. Pick up a handcuff for the Sunday late slate game. Okay, nobody. Pick up a handcuff for the Sunday night. Okay, then pick up a handcuff for Monday night. So if you want to do that, go for it. So, if you want to pick up, I drop Tracy for Davis. Maybe Breece Hall gets hurt. All right, fine. And then if Davis doesn't do anything, Breece Hall's fine. Davis doesn't do anything, you could drop him for Monangai on Monday.
There you go. Start Herbert or May this week?
I think you got to go Herbert.
Yeah,
you got to go Herbert this week against the Dolphins. Got to take it. Another wrong with May. I like May. Man, it's the Dolphins. If Herbert struggles again this week, then we're in full-fledged panic mode.
Well, look, they don't have Hampton, and Dolphins defense. You figure you're going to be throwing plenty, ease. Yeah, go Herbert. Okay, flex Mooney. Probably not Gainwell with Warren in. Or whoever you would potentially drop Tracy for, one of those guys.
Nah,
Mooney.
I'd probably just go Mooney here and hope for the best.
Yeah. Alex Sanchez. All right, here's the starting lineup. Any changes? Kyler Murray, no. Bryce Young, definitely not. Henderson, well, got T-Mac on the bench. Chase, by the way, I don't know if we mentioned Jamar Chase. He has a illness. I don't know if he's listed as questionable or if he's just okay, though.
I don't even think he was on the. I think he was like they reported that he has an illness, but I don't even think he's on the injury report. I think he's fine.
All right, but would you play T-Mac over him anyways?
Yeah, I know we didn't.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Sorry, I just realized this. I probably read this too fast. This is super flex. It's a 10-teamer. He's got Odunze in the super flex, so those quarterbacks on the bench could actually be starting. So I think you got to put Bryce Young at the super flex.
Yeah, I think you do have to put Bryce Young at the super flex.
Of course, starter.
Man, this team is ridiculous. Like these are. How do you make these decisions? I mean, is that who's that? I'm gonna assume that's Mason Taylor, not Jonathan Taylor, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
I mean, with this team, who knows? I mean, how do we bench Odunze though?
Well, I would probably bench Chase for Odunze.
But then would you? Yeah, I guess, man. Yeah, you probably should. I mean, Odunze's been so good. Yeah, Bryce Young at the super flex, Odunze over Chase. I do like Chase this week though, but it is Joe Flacco. I mean, there's risk here, right?
Yeah. And then, look, it's still not given here. Genty's at the flex. You got Judkins, Rico, you got T-Mac. Like, you could flex McMillan and then bench one of those running backs. I don't even know, Judkins or T-Mac.
Yeah, I mean, I might. Jeez, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
See, these are the type of teams I hate. Like, on the one side, it's great because you're like, I'm stacked. But then you have to make these decisions, and you just know you're probably going to have somebody go off on your bench and not in your lineup. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, some weeks you're going to get it exactly right, but some weeks you're going to, like, bench somebody and they go off. Oh, man. I think if it.
Go ahead.
I don't know. I think I put Odunze over Chase and Bryce Young, and I just leave it because at least those running backs give me extremely high floors. Yeah, I know we might be leaving some ceiling on the bench, but my goodness, this is ridiculous. Make some trades.
Yeah, because the question is T-Mac over everyone. That's my debate. T-Mac versus like Judkins. I'm starting Genty against Tennessee, but I think you're fine. But yeah, Bryce Young against Cowboys. I think I can take him over Chase even. Phil the Vibe. What's up, Phil? Yeah, it is. By the way, we've been on like a half hour. We're catching up to the questions from 2 a.m. last night. So keep this in mind if you're waiting for your super chats. We're trying to give everyone their time, but we'll get there. Here's the lineup. Any changes here? Waiver wire players.
I mean, I'm putting Waller in over Henry. I do like BTJ, but I think I got to go Pittman over BTJ. Let me make sure that's what I have. Yeah, I have Pittman and Keenan over BTJ, honestly, but I think. Well, look, if QJ's out, I'll probably go Keenan over Pittman and BTJ.
That's fair.
Okay, so you have Bill at the flex, but you have Walker. Okay, I'll put Bill in over Walker. So now at flex we can go Pittman or Keenan, probably both.
I don't think we need those waiver wire players.
No.
And this follows up. He's saying I have Waller and Henry in 2 leagues. I think we'll go Waller both cases, or you just split the difference?
Waller. No, Waller over Henry. The way he's been involved.
Alex Sanchez got the membership. Thank you, Alex. Caleb Williams was dropped. Need to drop Bryce or Murray. Who would you prefer to ditch?
I think it still has to be Bryce Young, right? I mean,
I don't know. Look at the question. It says, should I keep Murray versus Green Bay? Versus Green Bay? There's no way I'm starting Kyle Murray versus Green Bay defense. They're like the best defense in the league.
But I mean, you're not going to start either because you're going to start Caleb Williams.
Yeah, so I just probably just drop them both, right?
But not even. But not only. Well, is this super flex because it says Josh and Lamar on bye weeks?
Wait a minute, Alex. Is this the same Alex? Remember who's got
Yes.
the Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson? No, who cares? Come on, drop them both.
Well, no, because they're both on bye next week.
Well, that's true.
Plus, it's super flex, isn't it?
Yeah, it's super flex. And Lamar's hurt.
How is Caleb Williams? How did somebody drop Caleb Williams in super flex?
Well, this is the league where he was able to draft Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson because people are like, what's super flex? I don't know how this works. And so he's like, fine, I'll take the quarterbacks.
Yeah, I'm dropping Bryce. Yeah, like Bryce Young had done hardly anything. At least Kyler has some long-term potential. You're not going to need. Well, I mean, I guess you will need one next week. I don't know. I guess next week it's Bryce. I guess if you want. I mean, in this league, I guess you could drop Kyler and he'll probably still be there for you in week 8.
Exactly. I would rather have Bryce versus New Orleans than Murray versus Green Bay. I know that. Gabriel, good afternoon. Half PPR, Henry or Taylor?
I have Taylor ahead of Hunter Henry this week.
Well, unfortunately, Gabriel, you are right. We were split because I have Henry over Taylor. I'm just worried about that Denver defense. Is pretty legit. Henry's in a pretty good spot. He hasn't been getting targeted a whole lot lately. I know the target share definitely has favored Taylor big time. I just like the matchup. I think they'll go back to him a little bit this week. But, sorry. Bert, 454. This is a 10-teamer trade. Bill and Hampton to get Barkley and Olave.
So this should be like a no-brainer get Barkley, right? But I mean,
should be.
You got to be nervous right now, right? Like, we got to be nervous. Also, what's up with the fact that like when they're trying to come back, AJ Dillon's out there and he fumbled? Like, why, when you're trying to come back, do you have AJ Dillon on the field? Like, and it wasn't just that one play. Like AJ Dillon was out there for like 3 straight plays and then he fumbled on that reception. It's like, why do you not have Saquon out there right now?
Yeah, no, I get it. He was battling with soreness or something. I don't think it's anything to worry too much. It's probably they're just kind of giving him a break. I think you still got to take Barkley here. Like, you got it.
Yeah, I guess. But man, I mean, it's not been a great start for Barkley this year. But yeah, you probably do need to take Barkley and Olave here.
Yeah. And you know, Hampton, as great as he's looked, he's gone for a month. Who knows if it's, you know, the way these injuries have been, like, oh, he's due to come back, and then they don't come back. Like, it might be more. It might be more.
True.
Because they put him on IR pretty quick. JCR, what is up? Okay. Henry or Hall?
Nah, I'm going Hall here. I mean, it's not like I don't have a massive difference between them, but I'll just take a chance on Breece Hall, catching passes, that explosive ability. I mean, King Henry with this defense and this offense right now, oh man, not feeling good. Give me Breece.
Yeah, I still think Henry's like a RB2, low-end RB2 at least, but Breece Hall has more upside. So I can sit Henry for a guy like Breece. Legend saying hello from the UK.
What's up?
Waiting to hear back on some trades. What do we think about Garrett Wilson and Murray for Lamb and Young?
I think you got to take CeeDee Lamb here.
Yeah, I mean, quarterbacks are kind of comparable, whatever. I mean, look, we love Garrett Wilson, but yeah, give me CeeDee Lamb. I think rest of the season. Or Bucky, Rome, and Stafford for Wilson, Murray, I guess Kendre Miller, Isaiah Bond, and a kicker.
Give me the Bucky Odunze side here pretty easily.
Yeah. You know, Dunze Wilson's pretty comparable. Stafford, Murray, whatever. Bucky, yeah, no. If you've been offered that, what do we call it? It's not quite a platter. It's like a
it's like a poo-poo buffet.
Buffet.
Well, you do. There is Garrett Wilson at least, but I mean, come on. Kendra Miller, Isaiah Bond, a kicker. Like, what is this? Right?
Yeah.
This is the kind of trade. This is the kind of trade you say. Like, look at all these players you get.
Yeah, you're getting 5 players and one of the best kickers in the league. Like, I don't even think he is, but yeah, once a kicker is thrown in there, you're like, okay, you're trying to get away with something.
Yeah.
Mike Altwheel, BTJ, or Keenan?
I go Keenan this week, especially if QJ's out.
Yeah, like I'll say I'm kind of feeling it might be a big BTJ week, but of course there's no guarantee. I think Keenan makes more sense. Laporta, Kincaid, just go Laporta, avoid the injury risk.
Well, probably, yeah, if we don't hear anything definitive. The good thing is Laporta plays Sunday night. So hopefully by Sunday night, we'll have heard something about Kincaid. But yeah, if it's sounding iffy for Kincaid, just go Laporta. I don't really like Laporta this week, but I didn't really like Dallas Goedert ever either. So there you go.
Yeah, exactly. You never know. Achane or Judkins?
I'm still going Achane here. Although I will say, I did pose a question. Do we keep Achane on the must starts? Because that Dolphins run game is horrendous. He's doing nothing on the ground, but his pass catching and explosive ability, I think, gives him the edge here.
He's just such a high floor because he catches so many passes and he's still scoring touchdowns. So I think Achane. All right, Cody was offered Jettis and Dobbins for Saquon and Nico, but then countered with Brees and Nico. He's since gone silent. You've been ghosted.
Yeah, this is. I mean, yeah, I'm probably not taking Jettis and Dobbins for Saquon and Nico, so I get countering. Yeah, I mean, look, I've just learned over the years, like I play with a buddy of mine in the league, and we were trying to work on a trade with this guy. And the first offer he sent us was so insulting. It was Darius Slayton and Amon-Ra St. Brown for like Nico Collins and Devon Achane, right? It's like, hey, let me have your 2 studs, and here's one of my studs and a guy who's hurt. It's like, just like, come on, what is it? Like, what are you even thinking here? So I was like, well, let's counter with let's ask him for BTJ instead of Slayton because BTJ hasn't been good, right? This seems very fair to me. And he's like, I can't give that. That's way too much to give up. I've just learned guys like that don't even bother. Just don't even bother. Just don't even bother. It's the only way that you're going to make a trade with a guy like that is if it's totally unfair for him. So don't even bother. Just let it sit there. Just let it sit there in the inbox. Don't even waste your time trying to counter. You're just going to waste your time and energy.
Exactly. Can't assume everyone's always going to be reasonable. Moises needs a flex. Bourne, Golden, Henderson, Dobbs.
I think I'm going to go Kendrick Bourne here. I know Jennings is probably going to play, but Kittle's still out. It's Mac Jones. Like, I think you got to feel pretty good about Bourne.
Yeah, Pearsall's out for sure. I would go Bourne too. Juice needs a quarterback. Darnold, T-Law, Young, Geno, Tua, or Penix.
I think I have Darnold the highest, but let me make sure. Yeah, I have Darnold pretty high end solid here. Darnold's been so good. I know it's not the greatest matchup for Darnold this week, but he's been so good. I do like Bryce Young, but not over Darnold. I'm going Darnold.
Yeah, Young's got the best matchup. Young's at home. He should put up good numbers, but I do really want to trust Bryce Young. That's the question. I think you're fine with Darnold. And speaking of Seattle, I know she's not even talking about football here. Mary Jo, what a game. Yeah, anybody, I didn't watch it, but the Mariners on their way. Are they the team of destiny this year? Maybe they are.
I mean, maybe. I caught like a little bit of it, and I was just following the end of my phone in bed before I fell asleep. So yeah, they're still alive here. Although I don't know, maybe Toronto's the team of destiny. They're like, haven't they been on fire the second half? And like, they've just been like looking unstoppable.
Yeah. It'll be a good series though. It'll definitely be a good series. At least we get some new blood in the World Series.
I'm just sad Aaron Judge couldn't get it done so we could get Cal Raleigh versus Aaron Judge.
That's true. But I don't think too many people are sad at the Yankees losing.
Well, that's true.
Ever. Michael Cazares was offered Pollard and Tyler Warren for Kyron.
Yeah.
You're good at running back. Pollard. I mean, I don't know. Just
here's
upgrade
why.
tight end.
But here's why I think I might do this is because it's like even if you make this trade, you still have Bill, Achane, and Judkins at running back. Like you're still pretty set at running back here.
No,
like I like Mason Taylor, of course. What?
Yeah, I was gonna say he's saying should I counter Harrison and Warren, like a Harrison instead of Pollard? Would that make it better?
Maybe. Like Pollard hasn't been bad.
Not
like I don't think Harrison Pollard is a massive difference, honestly. But I might do this just to get Tyler Warren. Like, okay, hear me out here. Like it used to be, like okay, tight ends, you got to give him a few years. Now it's like every year a rookie tight end dominates, right? Sam Laporta 2 years ago, Brock Bowers. This year it might be Tyler Warren. He might just dominate all year. He might actually be the tight end 1 at the end of the year. And only because you're so good at running back, like I might do it because like you're gonna have Bill, Achane, Judkins, and Tony Pollard. You're gonna be fine at running back. So I think I'm okay with this. If you want to upgrade a tight end, like just have that peace of mind of like I don't have to think about my tight end.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it. And Pollard has been solid. All right, what about Zach Mudd? Needs 2 flexes. 2 between Monty, DJ Moore, Dobbs, Trey Tucker, Keon Coleman.
Hey, yeah, you need 2 flexes. I have Monty the highest here, even though I don't love Monty this week. I still have to put him over those guys. Who we got here? DJ Moore, Dobbs, Tucker, Coleman. I don't know. I think it's either DJ Moore or Dobbs for me here. Can I really put Dobbs in over DJ Moore? I don't know. I might go Monty, DJ Moore. It's again the second flex is DJ Moore or Dobbs, but yeah.
Dobbs has that touchdown upside, as we know. DJ Moore, just don't know how involved he's going to be. I would go Dobbs. AV for 3. This is the league that has return yards basically equivalent to receiving yards. So keep that in mind. Needs 2 running backs, Chase Brown, Bill, Travion. And
so is Travion Henderson's return yards enough to overcome Bill? I don't think so, right?
This is crazy. So in this league, Chimera DK is the wide receiver 6 in scoring.
Yeah, why don't? Didn't we tell you? Didn't we recommend him like in week 2 or 3 or something? Because you told us your scoring. Where's his kick? I'm looking up Travion Henderson's kick return. How do I look at? I thought I was looking up give me his game logs. Oh, I need his game logs. Hold on.
So he needs 2. I mean, we definitely like Bill this week.
It's not giving me his game logs, but he's got 7 kick returns for 125 yards. So what is that? We're talking about, or 150 yards. So we're talking about 30 yards a game, about 30 yards a game. Is that, what is that? 3 points? 3 fantasy points?
Yes, it's not massive. It's not like Jameer DK level,
No, I'm just going to go Bill here.
Well, we need 2. So Bill and Travion.
Oh. Well, in that case, yeah, we'll go Bill and Travion. Because look, Travion, it should be closer to a split with Gibson out at least. So.
And then
he did pick up DK back then. Good, because he said he has the wide receivers 4, 5, and 6 with Igbukah, JSN, and DK, of course, who nobody has rostered in any league. That's when you know your fantasy league is jacked up, when Jamari DK is the wide receiver 6. Like, wait a minute. This is the type of league though that, like, if you, like, let's say you're joining it, or like you're like maybe it's a first time league, and you actually read the settings, you can be like, oh, I know how to beat this league. Oh, I know there's, like, literally this league has cheat codes like DK, right? Like, where nobody's going to even think about this guy, but you are, and you're gonna win.
Yeah, like Rashid Shaheed is like a stud. Like, you got to start him every week.
Right.
But that's good. It's like the opposite of Alex's league, where it's super flex and everyone's like, I don't need Caleb Williams. Like, drop him. All right. Philip Colleton. Here is, well, there's a super chat. Here's the question. Torn between Chase Brown, Derrick Henry, QJ, or Dobbs. Needs 2 of those and needs upside.
Well, I think it's pretty comfortably QJ and Henry, assuming QJ plays. If QJ doesn't play, I'll go Henry and Dobbs.
There you are. Yeah, I don't love the idea of Chase Brown in my lineup this week.
Yeah.
Joe Castles, what's up, Joe?
What's up?
Bannon or Tonjes?
I think you got to go Tonjes with Kittle out. I think you just have to.
Getting targeted, and Pearsall's still out too. What about Diggs, Dobbins, McBride at the flex? Is this a different league?
I think you got to go. I mean, I do really like Dobbins. I think Dobbins might be your safest bet here, but I'm gonna, assuming PPR, I'm gonna go with Diggs.
This must be a no tight end league if McBride is like a flex option, right? I would think so.
Yeah. I hope this is a second league, because if it's the same league as Fannin or Tonjes, I'm not starting Tonjes over McBride.
Yeah. I'm just assuming that's the case. Gonna assume. What about Jason Quinones? Needs a flex in non-PPR. Warren, Haskins, or Vidal?
You know what? I'd probably just take a chance on Haskins here. Again, it's the Dolphins. Like, he's the bigger back, so you got to think it's non-PPR. I'm chasing touchdowns. If somebody's, like, if they get near the goal line, are they really going to give Vidal the ball? I mean, maybe if, like, Haskins gets stuffed twice and they'll, like, on third down, they might have Vidal out there, but just to catch a pass. So I'm going to go Haskins.
Yeah, touchdown upside. Go Haskins. Alexander's channel, Sam Darnold or Justin Fields?
Darnold. I don't mind Fields this week. I know a lot of people are going to be worried about the Broncos, but the Broncos play primarily man, and Fields is much better against man. But that said, just give me Darnold.
Yeah, like with Fields, I don't even know if the passing matchup matters. It's just like, is he going to run for a touchdown or not? He always could, but it's not a great spot. Here's another Justin Fields question from Gimme Goblin 404 error. Fields or Bryce Young?
I mean, I do like Bryce Young this week, but I'm going to go Fields here for the upside.
I feel like Bryce Young does have some upside too, because it is the Cowboys. I know, hard to trust. I might lean Young in this case. Sorry, Goblin, if that helps. This one is, they're both risky in different ways. Ginrail traded Egbuka, White, and Diggs for Genty and JSN.
White. I think this is fine. I mean, look, Egbuka, JSN, I guess it's going to be close all year because apparently Godwin's not going to be healthy, and I don't know if is Evans ever going to be healthy. But White and Diggs for Genty, give me Genty. So, yeah, give me the Genty JSN side.
I mean, this feels fair in terms of value, but yeah, you're getting pretty much in every week, I think, rest of the season starting running back with Genty. I think that's more valuable than a guy like Diggs.
And we just got some news. Darnell Mooney is out this week.
Darnell Mooney?
Yes.
Wow. That must be a late thing. He wasn't even on the report, was he?
Yeah, I think he had been kind of limited in practice, but they said day to day.
All right. Well, that answers the question from earlier. Somebody had asked about Mooney. Yeah, no Mooney.
Yeah, not
Will
Mooney.
Davies. 1-4. Would you start Bill over any of those guys? Look, we love Bill this week. I don't think over those guys.
Yeah, I'll say Bill and Tet close for me now but yeah, probably not.
Just gave me accidentally gave me a great idea for a team name. If you happen to have JCM and Tet McMillan on the same team, Bill and Tet's Excellent Adventure.
Oh, wow. Well done. Well done.
That's perfect. Now I have to go look if I have that combo anywhere. Make it happen. But no name is or ever will be better than Libertarian Sasquatch. What's up? Golden over QJ?
Only if QJ, if QJ is like game time decision or something, I don't know about that. I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah, if QJ's playing, that means he's good enough to go. I would still go QJ. Yeah. So only if QJ's out. Eli Kibrick, Keenan, DK, or Pittman. It's half PPR.
Again, if QJ's out, I'll go Keenan. Otherwise, Pittman.
Sounds good. All right. I'm Gucci. You Polo. PPR options, not my personal opinion. Options of receiver are DJ Moore or Ridley.
Definitely Ridley here.
All right, so Ridley's the Gucci here. Will Davies. Again, this says standard. Pick 3. Henderson, Ridley, Golden, Bourne. Who sits?
I think I'm going to sit Golden. Like Henderson could score, right? He's a running back. Bourne, I think, also could score here. Really in a good spot. I think I'm going to sit Golden in non-PPR.
Yeah, agree. Like a guy like Ted McMillan, we haven't seen the touchdown, the big game yet, but all the factors are in place, right? The target share, everything's in place for him. Like Golden has a great matchup, but I don't feel like everything's in place for him to break out yet. He's not getting a massive target share. He's getting open, but I just, not guaranteed here. He's still risky. All right, maybe not the best name, but a familiar one. The old Chud Muffin. PPR Superflex. This says it's 2 points per reception for a running back.
Wow.
And it's Superflex. So does that give the edge to a guy like Warren or a Fields quarterback or Pittman?
I mean, definitely not Pittman. I mean, Pittman probably last year, honestly. But I mean, how many catches does Jaylen Warren get a week? Oh, wow. He had 5 last game. That's like 10 points. But he had 2 one game, 4 another. Is that enough against the Browns? I don't know. I think I still go Fields here in Superflex.
Yeah, I think you still go with the quarterback here. And like you said, it's a boost, but it's not like huge boost. And like you said, he's not catching a ton of passes. So, and it's the Browns. The Shellback Toy Rewind.
Dude, by the way, how many points does Christian McCaffrey have in that league?
Right. That's HN, guys like that dominate. So here we traded Bowers and Swift for JSN.
Oh, that's a win. That's a win. That's a huge win.
Yeah.
Who's trading for Swift? I guess somebody just really wanted an injured Bowers. That's a huge win.
Yeah, definitely the JSN side there. And then thoughts, and it says Dow or Judd.
The Dowdle or Judkins, I think we have to go Dowdle now with Chuba out. I mean, I do really like Judkins, but I mean, Dowdle, revenge game, Cowboys. Yeah, I think we got to go Dowdle.
Yeah, if that's Dowdle, I'm starting Dowdle. I know. Jeremiah Zambrano needs 3. Franklin, Ayo, Pitts. I don't know if it's Mason Taylor or if it's Mason Taylor.
I'm going to assume Mason Taylor, not Mason and Jonathan Taylor. I would go. Oh my gosh, you got to pick 3 of these. I might just go Kyle Pitts, Mason Taylor, and Troy Franklin. Like, can I really start Io Manor? Like, I mean, I guess, but man, it feels very risky here, especially if Ridley's going to get that kind of targets again in a good matchup. Like, we're just really hoping for Io Manor to score a touchdown, right? Which I guess we're kind of hoping that for all these guys.
Right. Yeah, it's which receiver do you want to risk? Franklin, I mean, they're both pretty good matchups, so that's fine. Miranda Natera offer Tet BTJ for CD. The CD owner is panicked at 2 and 3.
Yeah, I think that's a good offer to go get CD.
It's fair. You got Pickens. You got Evans hopefully comes back. What about JMO or Ridley rest of season?
I mean, I think it's got to be Ridley. At least he's getting targets. Jameson Williams, what has happened here? I don't understand. Like, John Morton, the OC, all off season, talking about what a big year. Oh, I can't wait to see Jameson in this offense. That's gonna be, and guy gets like one target. I think it's got to be Ridley.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. If he doesn't have at least a big play, something this week, yeah, we're gonna start to see him dropped even more. Marcus, what's up, Marcus? Pick one: Chase, Debo, or Worthy.
Do we just go Chase and not risk it with Debo here? Like, because again, they're saying it's going to come down to Monday night. I mean, although I like Worthy, I might. Okay, and here's what you have to understand about Marcus's league. Marcus's league, it's point per carry, but also there's big play bonuses.
Right.
Like, I know Chase had that big play last week, but the Lions fell asleep, right? The Lions are like, whatever, we're crushing this team. It's Jake Browning, and they somehow just like let Jamar Chase run uncovered. Like, how do you let Jamar Chase run uncovered? I think if I have to pick a big play receiver, like if somebody who's going to have a big play this week, I think it's going to be Worthy. So, and Worthy does sometimes get carries. So I think I'm going to go Worthy for Marcus's league here. I might go Worthy anyways, honestly, but for Marcus's league especially.
Yeah, Debo questionable. Chase has that illness, so those might be factors. And then Genty or Bill, I think he's still got to go Genty as much as we like Bill.
Yeah, and especially like point per carry league. Come on, Genty.
Yeah. All right, and then Jeremiah's got another one. Jeremiah Zambrata needs to replace QJ, well, maybe, and McLaurin, and then also needs a tight end. Got Franklin, Imanor, or Pierce.
I mean, I guess maybe Franklin. I don't mind Alec Pierce, but he's kind of like big player bust, right? But he's been getting the big plays when he's been out there. But Franklin, look, Sutton should be fine. I don't care that it's Sauce Gardner. Like, Sutton's pretty much matchup proof, but maybe that opens more things up for Franklin. I don't know. I might go Franklin here. It's close between him and Pierce.
Yeah.
And then
this looks like the same question is slightly different. Pitts or Taylor, and we think we said you can actually flex both, right? Like start Pitts, flex Taylor.
Oh yeah, it could be the same question. Yeah.
But
yeah, they can go both tight ends here. But only if QJ plays, I'm playing QJ.
Yeah, I was gonna say don't sit QJ just yet. He hasn't been rolled out.
Right.
He's just questionable. Beast Mode Kane 2. Worthy Dowdle Brees.
Pick 2. I'm going Worthy and Dowdle.
Yep. I think you can sit Brees against Denver when you have those two options. Deja Entendu. Thoughts on Chase?
Okay, I'm pretty sure I saw that, like, that he doesn't have an. Yeah, he's expected to play. Left practice early due to illness. I'm not worried about it.
We were to Flacco though.
Well, I'm worried about Flacco, of course, but I mean, it cannot be worse than Browning, right? Like, it might not be better than Browning, but it can't be worse.
It could always be worse. I don't think it'll be worse. I'm worried about the Packers defense. I'm worried about that. I got him and Jason, Javante Rico, Worthy in the flex. Picked up Bourne and Haskins. Have QJ and Etienne.
No. Yeah, I think you're good. Good.
Wouldn't change anything. Dion is in non-PPR. Okay, so worry that Denver's just going to run because they're facing the Jets. Got Sutton facing Sauce. Would you go Diggs instead? This is non.
Look, I know we picked Diggs as a boom, but like in non PPR, Sutton just always can. Every week, Sutton can score I mean, he's not going to score a touchdown every week, but he has the potential to score a touchdown every week. In non PPR, I'm still going Sutton.
Yeah, that's the tricky thing. Is Diggs has been getting a lot of targets, and he's in a great spot again. But you're looking for touchdowns. I agree. I think Sutton might actually have better upside in non PPR. In PPR, I actually would probably go Diggs though.
Yes,
Here's
in
Johnny.
PPR definitely.
Yeah, Johnny 22 Bear. Okay, needs 2 receivers. Ibuka Pickens, Chase Moore, Bourne.
As tough as it is to bench Chase, I'm going Ibuka and Pickens this week.
Yeah, I think you got to go those first 2 as well. Taylor, Dobbins, Dowdle, Brown, and a flex. We get the flex one.
I mean, I think you got to go JT. I think you got to go Dowdle. Then it comes down to Chase and Dobbins for me. This is like floor versus ceiling. I think Dobbins gives you a very high floor this week. I'm not scared of this Jets run defense at all. I'm not scared of negative game script. I'm not scared of RJ Harvey. But if you're like, one of these guys is going to have a huge game and one of them is just going to have a good game, I would be like, oh, Chase probably had the huge game and Dobbins had the good game. So comes down to what you want, Johnny. Floor versus ceiling. I think I might. Does he say it's PPR or not? Does it say? I don't know. I mean, you have such a good team. I might just put Dobbins in there and not risk Chase having like a, 3 catch for 40-yard game or something.
Yeah, against the Jets, I think Dobbins very solid. All right, and some shout outs here from John Wickering. Scatterboot times 3 said it was you. You did it. You're the reason you drafted him.
Well, let's not get crazy here. It's 1-3 touchdown game. But look, Scatterboos look good. Like, it's the Giants. He's going to have weeks where he doesn't score, and you're like, that wasn't too great. But
that's every player.
He looks exactly like the guy I saw on film. Does everything you want a running back to do except run fast.
Right. And then Billy Joe, besides the question, to give you a shout out for carrying the load on Thursday. Did not anticipate leaving you stranded, but things happen, life happens. Swift or K9?
I think you got to still go K9 here. How good can we feel about Swift? I know K9's getting vulture, but K9 is still ripping off long runs and giving you decent yardage totals. He's going to score at some point. He's not going to, Charbonnet's not going to get every touchdown this year. I'm going to go Walker still. Yeah,
Swift has not done anything remotely inspiring lately. I don't really want to start him if I don't have to. What about Keith Tapp? What's up, Keith? Needs a flex. JCM or Michael Carter?
Gotta be JCM. Gotta be Bill.
Yeah, we got him as a boom. Gotta go Bill. JR65. Fields, Pickens, Wilson, Barkley, Cook, Taylor, flexing Chase Brown, bench, Daniel Jones, Jacoby Myers, Pollard, Harvey. Any changes?
Pickens, Wilson's good. Well, you already played Barkley, I'm sure. Cook, Mason Taylor, Chase Brown, and the flex. I think I'm going Pollard over Chase Brown. Pollard's in a good spot this week again.
Don't see any changes here, except I don't really want to start Chase Brown. But then again, I didn't hear what you said because my dogs are going crazy.
Pollard over Chase Brown. Come on, Pollard over Chase Brown.
Pollard over Chase Brown. There you go. D. Bain, Jalen Warren or Kendrick Bourne. Don't know if it's PPR.
I know, but Jalen Warren against the Browns, that's such a tough spot. I think I'll just take a chance on Bourne.
Yeah, against the Browns, not feeling great about Jalen Warren. Which, by the way, this is just an excuse for me to bring up the Canes again. If you're related to Ruben Bain, you're going to be banking pretty soon. Possibly the number 1 pick in the NFL draft. That's what they're expecting right now. We'll see. It could be a hurricane 2 years in a row. It could be. Victor Figueroa. Hey guys, what's up? Pick 3: Chase Brown, Derrick Henry, Bill, Jacoby, or T. Higgins.
Well, I think Bill's got to be 1. I'm guessing Henry is still 2 here. Yeah, Henry's still 2.
Oh wait, we got another candidate, or Kendrick Bourne.
Nah, I think I still have to go Jacoby 3 here. I know Jacoby hasn't been great, but I mean it's the Titans this week, right? They get the Titans. Like, come on.
It's a tight. Like I know it's like, well, we kind of said this last week. I kind of gave him the benefit of the doubt because it was like the Colts aren't great on defense. Bauer's out. Well, Bauer's out again. The problem is Geno Smith's not out. That's the problem. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, can he really be this bad all season? Is he just going to keep throwing like 2-3 interceptions every game?
I mean, no, because I think if he does, we will see Kenny Pickett.
Words you never thought you would utter, but then again, the Bengals just traded for Joe Flacco mid-season are also words you didn't think anybody would utter. And there we are.
Yeah.
All right. Michael Marowitz with 1 running back, 2 receivers, and the flex in half. Got Brees, Rico, Etienne, JCM, Igbuka, Ted Pickens, Sutton, Bourne, or Pollard. This one's going to be tough.
All right, we need 1 running back between Brees, Rico. It's got to be Rico. Oh, there's Bill, but I think we got to give Rico the slight edge because I know Rico's going to be the guy.
Right. Yeah, Cowboys.
I think you got to go with Igbuka. Honestly, I know we didn't talk about Pickens on the boom. We talked about Tet, but that's because I feel like we've talked about Pickens every week.
Right.
Like, just
like we
tired
can't
of talking about Pickens. I'm gonna go Igbuka Pickens, especially in half where we're looking for touchdown upside. And then I think I will go Bill over Ted. That one is close, but it's half PPR. Bill's a running back. Bill has touchdown upside. I think this could be the week where Ted scores, but it might be another week where he doesn't. So I'm going Rico at running back, Igbuka Pickens, Bill at flex.
Yeah, I think so too. Bill could smash this week. So could Ted, but he's got to go with the guaranteed touches. Golf and crypto. Interesting combination. Needs help deciding who to start. JCM Dowdle. Here we go again. Walker and Worthy. Only 1 running back and the flex.
Well, I think this comes down to your scoring format. If it's PPR, I'm going to go Dowdle and Worthy. If it's non-PPR, I'm going Dowdle and Bill.
Yeah, I think Walker's the easy sit here. So of those 3, I do agree. Dowdle is the one I feel best about. James Parker. Pick 2 receivers and 2 flex. Already got Genty and Jacobs. That's nice. Sutton, Olave, Judkins, Bill, Metcalf, I think QJ, Rico, Michael Carter. I see a trend. You notice a trend here?
What's the trend?
You notice that all these teams have both Rico and Bill.
Oh, yes. Yes. So you're starting Genty and Jacobs, yes. 2 wide receivers. Well, I'm going to rank them Sutton, QJ, Olave. So obviously based on who plays, if QJ plays or not, you can do what you need to do there. 2 flexes. I think Bill and Dowd will have to be your flexes.
Yeah. And look at what I actually will say. I noticed now here a lot of these teams, you're in these tough positions because you can tell your end game viewers, you guys are doing the smart things. You've got these guys off waivers. You picked up Rico Dowdle. You've got him. Your league mates don't. You've got, these huge upside options here on the bench. So just, again, whatever happens, right? You never know. There's luck involved, but well done. You're putting yourself in position to win. And that's all you can do. All right. Lex Dad is 2-3, but wait, what? How can you be 2-3 on a 3-game winning streak? I don't think that adds up.
No, you sure you don't mean 3-2?
Yeah. Okay. Well, either way, you're fine. I have Waller. I can get Mason Taylor. No, just go with Waller, right?
Yeah, just go Waller.
Is Woody Marks droppable?
I don't really want to. I mean, who are you picking up? Like, I wouldn't drop him for Mason Taylor, Jake Tonjes, or Harold Fannin.
Yeah, I think that's the question is like, well, would I get? But look, if you don't feel good enough about Waller that you want one of those other tight ends, then you would drop Waller. But there's no point doing that. So just go with Waller. You're loaded at running back. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. And you can keep Woody Marks. Jose Orta. Mayor Nix.
May.
Ooh, Jacobs, Bijan, Dowdle, Haskins, JSN, Diggs, DK, London, BTJ. We need, besides the quarterback, 2, 1 tight end, and 1 flex.
All right, you got to go Jacobs, Bijan. I'm going to go JSN, Diggs. I'm going to flex Dowdle over London. Oh, man. And then I'm going to go Mason Taylor at tight end.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. You picked up Rico, now you're like, I got to sit Drake London or BTJ. But, hey, that's not a bad problem to have. Okay, Doug Fenton. Welcome back, Doug. Looking for 3. Henderson, Carter, Sharps, and Hunt. You can only start 3 of these guys.
Man, because I want to start them all. I want to start all these guys. I'm going to bench Kareem Hunt here. I'm not going to chase that 2-touchdown game last week. Come on.
Yeah. No, I don't want to chase that. I don't know. Like Henderson is probably the one well, no, that's not true. Carter, I probably feel best about. Henderson, I'll take a chance here for that big game. I mean, Sharps and Hunt, it's like who's going to score a touchdown? That's all you're looking for, right? That's it. So, roll the dice. Only one from Golden, Hunter, or Bourne. You just go Bourne?
Yeah, I think go Bourne. I don't mind Hunter, though. He's starting to come on again offensively and starting to decrease defensively. But you never know when this week maybe it flips. So,
right. Yeah, I still feel good enough about his target share. So let's do that. Okay. Now, actually, I feel like this is a good time. We're still catching up to the super chats. We had a ton of questions before we even went live, as we usually do. People last night and this morning, and we're catching up to all the super chats and our members' questions. This is probably a good time. Let's say it's about halftime to stop and remind you of a couple things. Reminder number 1. Those who weren't here at the beginning of the stream, maybe this is your first time on the stream. Welcome. Thank you. And one thing you should do is try Underdog because we've been partnered with them for the past couple of years. It's the place to go to, of course, make your picks on Sunday, before Sunday. And if you haven't tried it yet, you get a gimme this week. It's Cam Ward just getting more than 0 yards. So regardless of what you feel about the Titans offense, I suggest you take the higher. It is a free pick. You get it. It's a gimme for signing up just for creating an account on Underdog using code ENDGAME. If you use code ENDGAME when you sign up on Underdog, you also get up to $1,000 of bonus cash in your account. They'll match half your deposit just for signing up, and you get the free pick. And as soon as you put $5 towards any picks, including the gimme, right? $5 gets you another $100 in your account on bonus funds. And of course, I will have to mention one more time, despite the absence of a fancy graphic, which I will definitely research as soon as we're done here. It's Boostober all month long in October. You're getting profit boosts, and that's for existing customers, not just new ones. So it's a good time to sign up for Underdog. Also, good time to try out our app. It's called Draft Lane. And so I'll show you real quick. Maybe you are not familiar with it for some reason. You're going to wait for me to get it right. There we go. You can also use code ENDGAME on Draft Lane right there. Apply it for 10 free credits and ask your questions just like you do on here. You can ask them on the app. It does sync with Yahoo and Sleeper. If you are playing on those platforms, we can see your roster. If you ask a start-sit question, we can see your waiver wire. If you ask a waiver question, we can see your league mates rosters if you ask a trade question. So it's pretty cool. And if you don't, like, let's say you play on ESPN, NFL, some other platform, or you just don't want to get that personal, you can ask a question here. And here it is. Let's try one out and we'll show you exactly what it looks like. So this user wants to know which RB: Henry, Carter, Sharps, Gainwell. Needs help because Hampton is out. So I guess we're picking one.
Yeah, I can't put. I don't think I have Michael. I do have Michael Carter. I can't put Michael Carter ahead of Derrick Henry, can I? I don't think so.
No, because I can't. Like, Carter was good last week, but I know. I'm not just straight up sitting. I'm gonna say I'm somewhat almost personally offended, even though it's nothing to do with me, that people are dropping Derrick Henry. People are like trading, like giving away Derrick Henry. It's like, come on, really? It's 6 weeks into the season. You're just like, yeah, this guy's a bum. If there's any player, I think, in the entire NFL that maybe deserves the benefit of the doubt of not being a bum, I think it's Derrick Henry. So don't just give him away for nothing. All right. I get considering like Michael Carter maybe over him, but these people, seriously, draft lane, we answer a ton of questions. I can't remember how many questions where people are like, oh, this guy wants to give me Derrick Henry for like Kenneth Gainwell. Like, what are you doing? Anyways, rant over. You can still start Henry this week because he is the king. He has TD upside. Carter is not a bad choice, but no guarantees, especially with Kyler questionable. So we give you personal feedback there. I'll submit that. And there you go. So that's how it works. If you haven't tried Draft Lane, again, it's a free download, App Store, Play Store. So check it out if you haven't yet. All right. Let's get back to the Super Chats, though. Ashley, Chase Brown, DJ T, Franklin, Shakir, Coker. We need 2.
Well, Shakir definitely number 1 for me. Number 2, I don't know.
Should just be T. Higgins. I don't know if it is T. Higgins. DJ Moore?
I think I might just go DJ Moore. Like, let's see how T. Higgins looks with Joe Flacco before we trust him. Let's go Shakir, DJ Moore.
Yeah, not just that. It's a really tough matchup. Just not feeling good about Bengals at Green Bay. Yeah, let's do that. All right, Jose Maria Malpica. Let's see. Pick 3. Devontae Adams, Jamar Chase, T-Mac, Olave, or QJ?
I think I'm just going to go the first 3.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we like Devontae Adams. He's on the Boom video. Well, so is T-Mac. Are you nervous enough about Chase you would consider Olave, or is just not enough upside there?
Like for who? If Jamar Chase sits? Well, if Jamar Chase sits, QJ would be my next choice. If he sits, then Olave. But it doesn't sound like Jamar Chase is. It sounds like he's like 99.99% playing. So,
all right, there we go. All right, then this is reasonable. I have to put this up because I just happened to finish the rant on Derrick Henry. All right, Derrick Henry for Bucky Irving. That's reasonable, but would you do it? This is Kaleo Io.
Yeah, I would just take Bucky Irving at this point.
All right. This is also from Jose Maria. Different question. Pick what? Well, there are 2. Bill or Judkins?
Yeah, it says pick 2, but you only list 2. I think I got to go
pick 1 because it has it again. Which one?
Yeah. I mean, you can't really go wrong here, right? I mean, I guess you can. Like, one guy goes off and the other guy's just okay, but they should both be good. I don't know. I feel like Bill should probably be the choice here, I guess. Bill.
Judkins gives you the floor, but I think this week, I know I've got Bill higher. I'm going Bill. We want the ceiling, the massive ceiling against the Bears. We have Majin Braveheart. 1 QB, 1 tight end, 2 flex. Tua, Mac, Bryce, Laporta, Waller, Chase, Brown, Franklin, Downs, DJ Moore, Kendry Miller, Malik Washington.
Tua, Mac Jones, Bryce Young. Oh man.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have Mac Jones the highest. Going Mac. It's return of the Mac. Let's go. Laporta, Waller. I'm going Waller. Chase Brown, Troy Franklin, Josh Downs, DJ Moore, Kendrick. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go DJ Moore and guess Chase Brown. DJ Moore and Chase Brown. That's not fun.
Not too fun, but we'll see what happens. Maybe they figured out a way to get DJ Moore involved after the bye. Or maybe it'll be Luther Burden. Chris Pearson, Travion Henderson, or Kamani Vidal?
I think you got to go Travion Henderson. I know it's the Dolphins, but how much run is Vidal even going to get? Let's just go Henderson.
Yeah, way too risky for Vidal. All right, Cali Loco needs a tight end in half. Johnson, Otten, JT Sanders. I think he is back, actually.
I assume that's Jawan Johnson. Otten. I mean,
so, Godwin being out, along with Evans already out, you're like, maybe Kate Otten. But the 49ers are still a decent defense, and they're already, for some reason, they're always really tough against the tight end. I know because they have like Fred Warner and stuff, linebackers. I just don't know if he gives you the upside.
Yeah, and I mean, how much, like, what is Godwin really taking with him here? Like a few targets?
Yeah, that too.
I mean, JT Sanders, though, like, I don't know. I know it's the Cowboys, but I'll just go Johnson and hope for the best here.
Yeah, I think so. And then flex, probably not. The other tight ends, Golden or Kendry?
Nah, just go Golden. Kendry in a tough matchup. I mean, unless Kamara's ruled out, which I doubt. Let's go Golden.
All right. What about Senor Rojo, Isaiah Bond, or Keon Coleman?
Honestly, I think I'm just going to go Isaiah Bond. I have Bond higher. Like, Bond got the targets. Bond got the targets here. Steelers defense doesn't scare me.
Yeah, I would take a chance on Bond. Well, speaking of, this is actually back to Cali Loco and back to Bond. He just threw in or Bond. Would you go Bond, I guess, over Golden is the question.
I have Golden over Bond, but it's actually close. It's actually close for me.
Yeah, I think it's still a little. Of course, we just said yes to Bond, the other one, but still, Golden. I would still rather have Golden than Bond, I think, based on matchup. Green Bay or Rams, as far as defense, it's got to be Green Bay.
Yeah, got to be Green Bay.
I mean, Rams, of course, I get it. This is a good spot, but Joe's good for a couple of picks.
Sacks.
The DJ BK24. Thank you for the super chat. We appreciate you. Uncle Rico or Rachaad White?
I think you got to go Rico against the Cowboys.
Yeah. I mean, Rachaad White's definitely a solid start. Not an ideal matchup for him. Seahawks are still pretty good against the run. He'll get you some receptions, has touchdown upside, but Rico has, I think, everything upside this week with a high ceiling. Goff, Stafford, or the Mac?
I mean, you got to take a chance on Stafford, right?
Yep. Got to go Stafford against that quote-unquote defense. Isaiah Gadsden needs 2. Ladd, DJ Moore, McMillan, and Ridley. If that's Ted, I want Ted.
Yeah, I think it's got to be Tet and Ladd here, especially if QJ sits. That even makes Ladd better. I mean, I do like Ridley, but I can't start Ridley over Ladd. So Ted and Ladd.
Yeah. We'll see. Ladd finally hit pay dirt. QJ's limited. Hampton's out. Maybe another good Ladd game. All right. Julio, good morning, America, because he's in Mexico. Starting RBs are Jacobs and Judkins. That's good. T-Mac and Pickens. That's good. Rico or Jamar Chase?
I mean, it's tough to bench Jamar Chase, but I think you got to go Rico here.
I mean, I suppose we could always flip something if you want to like start Rico. We could sit Judkins for Chase or T Mac or Pickens, but
yeah, I mean, I have all those guys ahead of Chase.
Yeah.
Not that I'm down on Chase, but it's just the way it is.
Yeah, so you're going to put that running back you just picked up off waivers over the number 1 draft pick because that's how fantasy football works. This just is. All right, we have Stoke for Life Foundation. Appreciate. Thank you. Mayfield. Gotta go.
You gotta go Baker. Come on, Baker's baking right now. You gotta go Baker.
He's not gonna stop, apparently. Egbuka, Diggs, Sutton, G. Will, Golden, and then we got Genty, Dobbins, Judkins, Hendy. Doesn't say how many we need though.
Yeah, but then he asked flex Judkins or Wilson.
And then,
I mean, I would flex Judkins over Wilson. I'm not completely out on Wilson, but man, it is Surtain this week. He's starting wide receiver Diggs or Sutton. I would go Diggs over Sutton.
Yeah, I would go Diggs over Sutton this week. I like Diggs and Sutton. A little bit of risk. I mean, Wilson has some risk too, so let's do that. All right, let's help. We haven't been able to do too many non-super chats because we're still behind on super chats, but let's help Leanne because she said it's her first time playing fantasy. Needs to be the guys in the office. Yes, definitely.
All right.
Leanne Brinton needs, well, choices are Vidal, Golden, Algier, Hollywood, or Horton.
Oh boy. I think I just go. Oh man. I think I just go Golden here. Can I say none of the above?
I don't know if any of these guys are going to help you beat the office this week, but
right.
Golden for some big play upside. I mean, Horton might score a touchdown. He's got a decent matchup, but that's probably all he would do. All right. Good luck, Leanne. Flirtsy apparently going to be at the game in London. All right. Very nice.
Very nice.
So let's see. Flipping a coin between Dobbins and Pittman?
I'm going Dobbins against the Jets.
Yeah, was it PPR? Yeah, but Dobbins gets the Jets. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Okay. And enjoy the game. You have Arav Aji. Pick 3. Etienne, Jalen Warren, Carter, Pollard, Kendra Miller.
I think Etienne has to be number 1. I think Pollard has to be number 2. And then it comes down to Warren or Carter here. I've got Carter ahead of Warren. I'm going Carter.
Sorry, I'm scrolling down the comments. We need 3 of these guys. Hey. Yeah, Etienne is your best. Pollard should be solid this week, right?
Yeah, against the Raiders.
Yeah. You're pretty good. And then I put Carter 3. Marquise, Diggs, Harvey for Lamb, and is that Taysom Hill?
I was gonna say it can't be Tyreek Hill. Is it just?
I hope it's not Tyreek Hill.
I mean, you know what? I don't even care what Hill it is, though. Give me Lamb. Diggs and Harvey. This is basically Diggs and Harvey for Lamb. Just give me Lamb.
Yeah. Taysom Hill on the trading block. Why not? Yeah, I think this is fine. Look, Diggs has been really good, but come on. It's CeeDee Lamb. You take CeeDee Lamb. All right. And then Spears, he's got a question. He's asking everybody else. We already answered this, but what do you think about Harold Fannin? Do you think he gets a bump?
Yeah, I mean, look, Dylan Gabriel target. It was like the tight ends and Isaiah Bond, right? Those were the guys getting targeted. It was like a little bit of Jerry Jeudy. So I think he's worth holding. I mean, depend if they're tight ends I like more on the waiver wire, I would definitely pick those guys up. But I don't know who's on your waiver wire, of course.
There's a bunch of tight ends who are viable, at least on waivers these days. Okay, Luis Perez. Are we trusting Trevor Lawrence? It is true. Seattle apparently in the secondary has got some injuries,
They
which
do.
helps.
Yeah, it helps. I don't know if I can ever say I trust Trevor Lawrence, but yeah, it's not terrible for him this week.
Yeah, trust is a strong word, but it's not the worst. I mean, I'm not going to put him over any quarterbacks that I've been rolling with, So it's a decent matchup. I will say though that actually kind of reinforces again with the Strange injury and Hunter's not being used a whole lot. Maybe this is a great BTJ week. Maybe. Also, you know what, man, we've been on over an hour and a half. I don't think I've even mentioned once. Don't forget, thank you, Julio. Hit the like button if you've been watching here. Don't forget, hit the like button and subscribe. Keep it going, guys. We're headed towards 100K, so every little bit helps. So if you haven't subscribed yet, been watching here, again, everyone helps. All right, let's keep helping people here. Derek Gonzalez, Jennings, Haskins, Jamar Chase, Monty, Bourne, Ridley, QJ, McConkey needs 2 receivers and a flex.
All right, QJ is going to be my one if he plays. If QJ's out, McConkey will probably be my one. Chase will be my 2. But I think I probably still have McConkey 3 if QJ plays. So I'm going to go QJ, McConkey, Chase. If QJ is out, I'll put Ridley in.
Sounds good. And then Dak or May, we just got to keep rolling with Dak the way he's been playing.
Yeah, I think you just got to keep rolling with Dak.
So, see Jennings up there. Here's an option for Mike Altwheel. Somebody just dropped Jennings. Would you put him? Well, pick him up, sure, if you have room, but start him over Keenan Allen.
No, I'm not starting him over Keenan.
Yeah, I don't think so. And on top of the fact that QJ is questionable, I mean, if he's out, that's good for Keenan. So pick him up, stash him, but don't start him over someone like that. Okay, now it is Bert. What's up, Bert? I know Bert's tried the Draft Lane app. Okay, what trade makes more sense? Considering move for Barkley, trying to maybe buy low, okay, or Hampton, definitely buy low. Got Jones, Gibbs, Bill, and Vidal, Terry, Jason, AJB, QJ, Golden, Coker, and Burden. Would you do something like AJB +1 for Saquon? Would somebody else do that?
Yeah, that's the thing. What are you going to give up? AJB and, I mean, you don't want to give up Gibbs. I mean, maybe you could try AJB and Bill for Barkley. I mean, you could try AJB and QJ for Barkley, but that means the team that has Barkley has to be very deep at running back and really need wide receiver help, right? But I mean, maybe you could try AJB and Bill for Barkley.
Yeah, well, by looking at this, if you trade away AJB and QJ, Terry's out. I mean, you're starting Golden and Burden, and you're going to deplete your receiver room temporarily, at least. Yeah, I think it would have to be Bill and AJB. I think that's probably the one that makes sense, unless somebody really wants Terry instead of AJB. All right, Pain Bliss. Well, Keon Coleman or Kamani Vidal?
I think I'm still going Keon Coleman here. I mean, Kamani Vidal, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think you want to go Kamani Vidal just yet. I mean, who knows? Who knows? He's a stash. That's it. All right, let's do. I don't think we already did that one. Okay. Nolf. Dak, Chase Brown, and Haskins, Hollywood and Tet, Waller, Franklin, and JMO are the flexes. The bench is Flournoy and Wicks.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm starting. I mean, can I start Flournoy over JMO? I don't really want to start JMO, but I'm ready to roll with Flournoy again. Man.
Yeah, this is the look.
I mean, you're 0-5. Like, if you want to put Flournoy, I mean, I don't know. I think I'm just like, am I really chasing Flournoy again? I think I just leave it how you have it. Definitely not Otten. You got Waller. You're fine there. I mean, Chase Brown and Haskins. Yeah, how'd we get here? Nolf?
Yeah, I know you're thinking it's like I hate to say it, but I can see why you're 0-5. Man, this is.
Yeah.
I hope you, and I know there's only 2 teams on bye. I mean, I hope you have like Justin Jefferson on your bench, Nico Collins or something, or just a lot of injuries. Maybe you have like CD Lamb waiting to come back. I really hope so, because otherwise, might need to make some desperate maneuvers here or something. I don't know. All right, we got Walls. Jones, Murray, Young at QB.
You got to go Danny Dimes here.
Yeah, and then Bill or Olave.
Bill.
Yeah, stuff go Bill here. All right, we got Brother Pickle again. Yeah, Mooney is out. So I think he was the one who asked about Mooney. So Gainwell or, I mean, yeah, you can drop Tracy. I don't think you can't start Gainwell. There's no way you can start Gainwell this week. Jalen Warren is in. They're facing basically the best run defense in the league. There's no way you should start Gainwell. So Tolbert, Hollywood, Shepard, or Pierce. Like I'd probably just like take a chance on Shepard.
Yeah, going out, I guess. Either Shepard or Hollywood.
Yeah, just not a lot of upside there. Jose Rodriguez, Brees, Golden, Bourne. Pick one.
I think you still got to go Brees here. I can't put Bourne or Golden over Brees. I'm going Brees.
Right. I think we'll still stick with Brees here. And then CJ De La Cruz got Danny Dimes, Jordan Love, Nix, Lawrence. Which QB?
I think you got to go Jordan Love against the Bengals.
Yeah, great matchup there for Love. I mean, it's a good matchup for Nix, but again, the risk is they just don't need to pass much. All right, Cody. If you have Kincaid, do you just fire up Mason Taylor and not worry about it?
Oh, man. Yeah, Kincaid's officially questionable. Let's see if we get any reports tonight. But yeah, I might have to. He might have to, even though I do like Kincaid.
All right, now we have Joe Cavey. Would you bench JMO for Romeo?
Yeah, I think I probably would.
Doesn't feel great, but JMO's just not getting targets. Romeo, at least I mean, it's a great matchup, of course. He's getting end zone looks. Yeah, I'm doing this for sure. We got Tyler C. So he's asking if QJ is out, Lad or BTJ.
I think if QJ's out, I think you got to go Lad. But I might go Lad either way here against the Dolphins. I mean, I do like BTJ, so BTJ might somehow be safer. But if QJ is out, I think you definitely got to go Lad.
Kind of, again, it just could be me fooling myself, maybe thinking that BTJ, this is the week. Just like Travion Henderson, like this is the week, right? Like we always wanted to be the week. I think BTJ could have himself a week, but yeah, if QJ is out, I think you just got to go Lad. Admiral Habibi wants to trade Kamara and AJB for a solid RB1. I think that's a good idea. But what realistically could you get back? I mean, I mean,
Kamara and AJB, probably not a ton right now. I mean, AJB still does at least have name value, and he wasn't horrible this week, but certainly wasn't great. I mean, maybe you could get Brees.
Oh yeah, you
I
should
mean, you could
definitely be able
probably
to get him.
certainly get Henry if you're okay getting Henry, buying low on Henry. Maybe Etienne.
Yeah, I'd try for Derrick Henry. People are selling him left and right. People are panicked. I'm telling you, I would definitely do that. I would try to get Derrick Henry. Maybe someone's kind of worried about Saquon. I doubt it. I wouldn't try there. Um, no, I feel I don't know if you probably think this is enough. I still feel like people are not that high on Judkins because he's with Cleveland and he isn't scoring a ton of
Yeah.
touchdowns. But is that enough to get back?
Yeah, I almost said Judkins. I think so. I think it could be because, like you said, people. I think we, and by we I mean probably me, are higher on Judkins than most.
Yeah.
So yeah, you might be able to.
I mean, for Kamara and AJB, you might even be able to get Judkins plus a receiver, like a lower end receiver, but like a startable receiver. So try that. Try for Derrick Henry though. Bet you can get him. All right, Eli Kibrick. If QJ is out, drop AO Manor or Golden for Bourne.
I mean, I can drop A.O. Manor for Bourne. That's fine.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Zaire. Thoughts on AJ Barner?
I mean, I'm not all in on AJ Barner yet, but I think you could probably do worse. But look, kind of like Theo Johnson on Thursday night, like, yeah, I'm not chasing that.
When you get a guy who's pretty much touchdown dependent, then those games where he doesn't score a touchdown, you're basically left holding back. You got nothing, so
right.
It could happen, but it's not like a smash spot for him. So he's just a risky streamer. I think that's what we called him. All right, new member, Raul Castellanos. Thank you, Raul. Needs an RB2. Okay, so Rico or Rashad White. We're going Rico here.
Gotta go Rico.
Broncos or Rams defense?
I think you got to go Rams against Cooper Rush. I mean, Broncos fine too. Nah, yeah, you probably can't go wrong here, honestly. How do you go wrong?
Right. Like I said this earlier in the week, this always depends on your defense scoring because every system is different. You're looking for sacks, like that's the main source of points for your league. Broncos, they always are sack happy, and Justin Fields takes sacks. Interceptions and turnovers probably favor the Rams just because Cooper Rush has been throwing picks. So maybe that matters. Initialization. Not sure what for, but let's initialize the lineup. Marquise Brown or Kendrick Bourne?
I'm just going to go Kendrick Bourne with Pierce all out, Kittle out.
That's your wide receiver too. Oh man, again, I hope you got a lot of buys and injuries. Ignacio Bernal. Flowers or Canine?
I think I'd go Flowers here, assuming. Yeah, I still have to go Flowers ahead of Walker, assuming PPR. If it's non-PPR, then sure, maybe I'll go Walker.
Oh man, this is Cooper Rush related. I was actually having a chat with a friend of mine. I'm in Cowboy country here in Texas. He's a Cowboys fan, and he just thought that was a weird signing. Remember that they had Tyler Huntley. You have a guy who's a running quarterback like Lamar Jackson, right? And you have a backup who is like Lamar Jackson, who fits the system, does the same things. And now they're like, no, let's go something totally different, a pocket passer who isn't that mobile. It just doesn't make sense. Like, why didn't you just either keep or get somebody who's similar, who could do the same things? So it's just a weird fit. Like Cooper Rush fit the Cowboys system. He doesn't fit the Ravens system. And so this is on the Ravens, right, for doing that. But whatever. Just hopefully it's only one more week. Johnny 22 Bear again needs 2. Henry Pollard, Bill Judkins.
Oh man. Bill and Judkins.
I hate to agree, but yeah, this is where I think I can sit Henry here. Bill is in a great spot. Judkins. Okay. Now we got Ace Filmer 92. 2 running backs in the flex between Chase Brown, Jalen Warren, Monty, Tyler Warren, I guess is a flex option, Bourne and Ridley.
Two running backs and a flex. I think Ridley's got to be the flex here. Monty and man, we got to start 2 of these running backs. God, jeez, Monty and Chase Brown, I guess.
Yeah, it's just not a good spot for Warren. So if Tyler Warren's a flex, you obviously have a really good tight end already. You might want to look to flip one of those tight ends for a better running back. I think we can safe to say try to combine. I don't know who you got at tight end already or somebody plus Jalen Warren to upgrade at running back. I think that's what you might want to do. Okay, what about here? Juice, Dobbins or Judkins?
I got Judkins I got Dobbins a little higher than Judkins this week.
Yeah, based on matchup, I think that's good. Jinrail, Mac or Penix?
Mac Jones.
All right, here we go. Next is, well, okay, let's put this up. This is Juice. Got Tet and King Henry for Achan. I think that's a win.
Yeah, I think he'll be okay with this. I might be too
Bops, por favor. Second to last. All right, needs a change. Oh, okay. Looks like Dynasty here. Given Jaden Daniels. 4. The 2-1, the 2-3, the 2-4, Luther Bird, T. Higgins, Penix, Chase. Wait, all of that?
Wow. I mean, I guess if I'm going to give up Jaden Daniels, this is okay. I mean, because look, we got to think T. Higgins next year with a healthy Joe Burrow should be good. Penix still has long-term upside. I wish one of these seconds was a first, but at least one's a 201. I mean, look, if you're not going to win this year, but still do I mean, man, giving up JD, assuming this is super flex, I assume. This is one QB league. It's a smash accept. If it's super flex, I still don't really want to give up JD. But if you're not contending this year, I think it's okay.
That's a lot. Yeah, I know. I prefer a first than those seconds, but they're still early seconds. But yeah, T. Higgins. Think next year T. Higgins should be
right.
A wide receiver 2 at the very least. Penix is startable if it's a super flex league. Chase Brown hopefully is better. So I think this is definitely enough. I mean, this is the kind of thing you have to do, right? Don't forget, this is a good time to remind you, everybody, that we do have a Dynasty channel. If you play Dynasty, check out Dynasty Endgame. Of course, subscribe there too. If you haven't played Dynasty, look, I get it's too early for you to start into it, but you can start thinking about it. Watch the Dynasty channel and see the kind of things that go into it. You'll probably get hooked. Let's do a couple of non-super chats because we haven't done any for a while, and then we're still catching up, but let's do a quick lightning round. You ready?
Let's do it.
Bob Ruhlman. Bob's always in here having a tough time, and I can see why. Rico or Pickens?
Yeah, I mean, look, both these guys should be great this week, like them both, but I think you got to go with the touches of Rico here.
Yeah, it's crazy that you can only start one, but that must mean you have a stacked team. I would go Rico too. Thomas, more upside, Herbert or Mayfield?
Mayfield. I know some people worried about like Evans and Godwin being out, but what has Godwin even done?
All right. Now, I'm not worried about that.
And Evans has been out for weeks. It hasn't affected Baker.
Yeah. Yeah. And Baker runs more than Herbert does. But yeah, it should be another shootout probably. All right. What about Flamehawk? Need to flex. K9 Stevenson or Bourne?
Oh, man. Can I put Bourne over... Do I have Bourne over Walker? I don't think so. Yeah, in half PPR, I think I'm just going to go Kenneth Walker here. Like, if Jennings was also out, then maybe I would go Bourne. But with Jennings playing, I think I'm just going to go Walker.
Yeah, in half, I think you can go Walker. And then Colts, Broncos, or Rams. Again, all are good options. Say what we said before. Broncos more for sacks. Rams probably more for turnovers / points against. Both are good options. Okay, and then let's do one more. Ooh, how about a tough one? Nick Trujillo. Judkins, Worthy, or Diggs?
If it's PPR, I'm going Worthy. If it's non-PPR, I'm going Judkins. But man, only flexing one of these guys?
I know. That's crazy. Stacked teams. Worthy and Diggs both made the kind of must-start video, but I think Worthy's in a good spot here. I'll agree. Here to here. Pick 2. Judkins, Monty, or Swift?
Judkins and Monty.
Yeah, I can pretty easily sit Swift here. All right. Next is Tollett 33. Back again. Maybe this is what the Ravens need. Will the rain help Henry get more touches?
So I'm looking, it says scattered showers around. Trying to time out the rain will likely take a pregame radar check, but certainly a chance for in-game rain here. Winds are coming in a bit over 15 with wind gusts around 30, 35. That should impact some longer throws and field goals. I consider it a bump down to the passing attack and to offenses in general. I don't know. I think I don't know what's going to help Henry get more touches.
You're saying you can't sit him. Well, then just hope. Hope for the rain. I don't know. I think he's still startable. All right. He's still startable. Okay. I had to put this up. I don't know why. Maybe you know why. There's a lot of Tez Johnson fans in the chat because Godwin is out. Sterling Shepard's like the guy that's there, but is Tez Johnson going to be a thing?
Well, he was kind of a thing last week, right? He had 4 catches for 59 yards. But yeah, I think you got to be pretty desperate here.
Yeah, and look, I'll say I didn't mention him on the stash video because we didn't know Godwin was going to be out until just a day or two ago. Didn't think the targets would be enough. It's not like a great spot. We'll see. I need to see more than one random outburst right here. Right? So maybe Tez Johnson is the thing. Cassie 420. Yeah, we all should have started Scatterboo, but who knew? So here we go. Henry or Sutton for the flex?
I'm just going to go Sutton.
Yeah, I think you can go Sutton here. Mark Wassmond. Oh, that's a good one. All right, so how about Sterling Shepard over Kayshon Boutte?
Yeah, I can probably do this.
Yeah, Boutte's gotten 3 targets over the last couple of games, I think. Just disappeared. Actually, I mentioned this talking about Diggs in the Boom video. Every receiver who isn't Stephon Diggs has basically disappeared from this offense since week 2. So he's droppable. All right, Chico, Bourne, Sharbs, Zay, Kamara.
Is that Zay Flowers? I think I still got to go Zay Flowers.
Yeah, Sharbs touchdown dependent. Bourne, maybe. This is between Flowers or Bourne. Kamara's questionable. He's hardly been involved. So it's either Flowers or Bourne. I will say if Jennings is a surprise scratch, which wouldn't surprise me because who knows these days, I would go Bourne. But probably for now, stick with Zay. All right. Now is Dragon Tchaikovsky. 2, Henry, Ramondre, Jalen Warren.
Well, I'm not sitting Henry for these guys. I might just go Jalen Warren over Ramondre. Are we chasing 2 touchdowns again? And even with 2 touchdowns, what did he get you? 13, 14 fantasy points? I'll just go Henry and Jalen Warren here. Hope for the best.
Well, looks like I think we got another option. Hassan Haskins apparently is an option here.
I might just take a chance on Haskins.
Henry and Haskins and hope for touchdowns.
Yep.
I think that's the move. All right, Junk Buster. Would you trade Bill for Etienne?
I think I still have to prefer Etienne over Bill.
Interesting. Not buying into the Bill breakout.
Well, maybe, but it's kind of like I know Etienne is the guy in Jacksonville, and Etienne actually has looked good this year. I know he's coming off a down game. That was a tough matchup. Might have another down game this week and another tough matchup, but I have no worries about Etienne being the guy.
True. This is true. This week, like Bill better. So I don't know. I think I might hold off on this because if Bill has a big game, maybe you can do even better than Etienne. So, I mean, it's fair. Like, I get it. Yeah, Etienne is the guy in Jacksonville. And Bill has had one good game, right? He scored a touchdown, but he's only had one actually significant game on the ground. So, I don't know, though. Bill against the Bears, let's wait and see if he lights it up.
Wait. Are we say? But this is a trade. Like,
yeah,
we're gonna base a trade just off who you like better this week.
I'm gonna wait and see if the Bill breakout is legit. That's what I'm gonna do.
Well, but if the Bills break out legit, you might not be able to make this trade on Monday.
Well, that's what he's saying. I'm assuming he has JCM, and so that's what I'm saying. If you feel like his trade value is going to go up, then why settle for Etienne? You know what I mean? And in fact, maybe you're like, well, why would I want Etienne? I got Bill.
Maybe.
I got Bill. Saquon, I got Bill. Just wait. It's going to happen. Henry Odom. What's up, Henry? 10-man, 3-2, trade away receiver to get a running back. Got Lamb, JSN, Rice, Jettis. Wow. But has K9, Mason, Chase Brown, Aaron Jones. Dowdle.
Yeah. You probably need a running back here. I mean, look, this might actually, I've been calling Rice a buy low for a while now, but now that he's going to be back next week, maybe this is a good time to sell high. Like, can you go get a Judkins, a Brees, a Derrick Henry, maybe even like a Kyron or something like that?
Yeah. Man, I mean, those are all like stud receivers. So just don't settle. Get a really, really good, like an RB1. It should be a high-end RB1 for any of those receivers. Let's see. Let's go to catching up on the super chats. Dylan LeBrant, Golden, Haskins, or Mason Taylor at flex.
I think I just take a chance on Golden here in PPR.
Yeah, Mason Taylor's getting targets, but it's not a great matchup. Again, it's got to be a really good spot for a tight end to make it over these guys. So Golden and hope, I guess, for the big game. I mean, Haskins feel like he's going to be pretty touchdown dependent, no?
Yes. Yes, very.
Okay, let's go to John Delejandro. Receiver and a flex, BTJ, Shakir, Ridley, Shaheed.
I'm going to go BTJ and Shakir.
Yeah, BTJ, telling you, could be the week. Could be. All right, Dennis. Thank you, Dennis. Okay, got London, Debo, and Joku for Kincaid, QJ. Wish I knew which Jay Williams.
I hope Javante.
And got Gibbs for Henderson, White, Wandale.
That's really good.
If you got Gibbs for those, that's really good, yeah. The first one I'm trying to think, he got London, Debo, and Joku. I think that's good. No matter which Jay Williams is, still that's good, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say if it's Javonte Williams,
Not as good.
I'm not sure which side I prefer. Yeah, if it's Jameson Williams, it's very good. Gibbs, that's definitely good. That one's definitely good.
Yeah, that's a huge win. Judkins, Kyron, Lamson. Yeah, you're good. I think you came out ahead on both deals. Again, depending which Jay Williams, that's a big difference now. All right. Even though it is after breakfast time, it's never too late for Johnny Donuts. Good afternoon.
No.
So again, don't worry about projections, but yeah, going against Scadaboo it's not fun. So this is going to be the difference maker.
Wow.
Michael Mayer or Juwan Johnson.
Not sure this will be the difference maker, but I might just take a chance on Michael Mayer now with Brock out against the Titans.
It actually could. This could come down to this. I agree. I think Mayer, because Bauer's not playing at all. Johnson just not getting involved, right? The targets have just evaporated. All right. Ryan Leal. Not loving life if you're an Eagles fan, but that's okay. You got a championship. No complaining. Chase Brown, Walker, or Henderson, and then Waller or Kraft.
I think I still got to go Walker here. I think you got to go Kraft against the Bengals. Like, it's just too good of a matchup.
Yeah, you have to go Kraft here. As good as Waller's been, who's also in a pretty good matchup, Kraft. Bengals are the worst against the tight end. Yeah, got to go Kraft here. Yeah, Walker probably makes sense. Again, this could, if you want to roll the dice in the Henderson breakout week, you could do that. Wouldn't hate it. Walker is probably fine, though. Is this what it is? This is interesting. Wally. Wants to know, how do you feel about Geno over 275 passing yards? Is that what it is on Underdog? That feels high.
They've had, you know what's crazy? They've had Geno's line high every single week. It's weird. He's always one of the highest. I don't know about this. I mean, look, I know it's the Titans, but man, I don't know. That's a very high line.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Because it's the Titans, are they really going to have to pass the ball that much? Is this going to be a shootout? I seriously doubt it. Man, I would take the lower on that. Like, he put up, what, big yards like in week 1, I think, and that was it. I don't know. No, I feel like he did maybe week 2 in garbage time or something. Okay. Next up, let's see. Actually, we're not too far behind. Let's do some of the non-super chats, shall we?
Let's do it.
Padre Bolt, Knicks or May?
Did we have this earlier? May.
Probably something similar. Not Loco, just Cali. Start 2, White, Dowdle, Bill.
I think you got to go Dowdle and Bill. All good options, though. All good options.
Yeah, exactly. Sunny, Lover Fields.
Got to go Love against the Bengals.
Yeah. David Uribe, Mac or Bryce?
Let's go Mac.
And then JC, Bourne over Sutton.
No, I can't do that. If Bourne outscores him again, oh well. I can't do it.
Yeah, I don't think I see myself doing that. Okay. Next super chat's Tiffany Fuller. In half. Okay, Lamar and Stroud are out. Picked up Rattler in the Mac. Which one do you prefer?
That's got to be Mac Jones. Mac Jones, come on.
Yeah. Still no, haven't come around on Rattler. No.
He's okay. But come on. Mac Jones? Mac Jones dealing. Mac Jones maybe this year Sam Darnold.
Maybe. If Purdy never comes back, which is doesn't seem like any of these 49ers coming back. Need to flex. McConkey, Carter, Cup, or Dobbs?
I mean, I don't care if QJ plays or not. I'm playing McConkey over these guys.
Yeah, exactly. Like Carter's okay. He's got a floor, but yeah, I think just go McConkey. Because even if QJ is good to go, it's the Dolphins defense. Remember, no Hampton. He'll be fine. Here's a quickie. Ant-Man. Thoughts on Malik Washington?
Yeah. 4.6 A dot. Like, come on, the guy, he needs to like take a screen to the house.
Like maybe you can't give up on him just yet because of one game, but yeah, looking pretty. How do you get 0 yards after you actually caught the ball? Not targets. He actually caught the ball 4 times and got 0 yards. That's impressive.
Because again, all the catches are like right at the line of scrimmage or behind the line of scrimmage. So it's like, yeah, hard to make a living that way.
Clearly not breaking any tackles. Here, you see, and this is what I'm talking about. Here's the advice instantly. Someone's like, get Tez Johnson. Maybe. You might as well take a chance on him over Malik Washington. What's up, Harv? Harv Danger has Coker and IR stashing Spears. Other bench players are Nix, Marks, Addison. Of course, you have Marks. He called the Woody Marks nuclear game.
Yeah, you got to hold them all year now.
Yeah, exactly. Picked up Tonjes, Hunter. Okay. I guess the question is it worth holding Tajay Spears?
Well, I mean, who are you going to drop him for? That's the thing. That's the question, right? Like, who are you dropping him? I'm not going to drop Tajay Spears just to drop Tajay Spears.
Well, I think it's like if you have to activate Coker off IR, you would have to drop Spears.
Oh, yeah, that's fine, I guess. I don't think Coker's playing this week, but we'll see. Maybe he will.
Yeah, I mean, even if he does, I wouldn't play him. But okay, and picked up Tonjes so Tonjes or Hunter Henry?
I think you gotta go Tonjes this week.
I guess so. I guess Tonjes is gonna be a thing. I mean, that's fine. I don't feel it's like a big Hunter Henry week anyways. Okay, this is a fair question. So again, this is not to start this week. This is as a stash. We're just talking stash here, JC. Would you rather stash Besh for the Raiders over Kendrick Bourne?
I mean, probably, because we got to think Kittle's back at some point. We got to think Pearsall's back at some point. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. Probably.
Yeah. I think that's fine as a stash because Bourne has value this week. Maybe he has value the next week or two, but we don't know. I would just stash Besh. And then real quick, BT. Which Chargers RB is worth starting? It's Hassan Haskins. Yeah.
If you have to start one, you got to go with Haskins. I think he's going to be the lead back here.
Right. Dexter Dotson. Nicks or dimes?
I think I have Knicks ahead, but let me make sure here. I've got him like, oh no, I got Knicks ahead.
This one is tough. Could go either way. I mean, it's like, are the Broncos really going to have to pass the ball much? But then it's like, is Daniel Jones going to run in a touchdown? Right? I guess Knicks has a little more upside because of the defense he's facing. Thunder rolls. It's a 10-man half PPR league. Needs 2 running backs and a flex. Got Rashad White, Judkins, Dowdle, Jacobs, and Javonte.
Jeez. And Javonte. I think you got to start Jacobs. I think you pretty much have to start Javonte. And then I guess Dowdle is the third. My goodness. Yeah.
Well, that's the problem when you pick up these good running backs off the waiver wire. And you're like, do I sit my normal? You're not sitting Jacobs, especially against the Bengals. You're not sitting Javonte against the Panthers. So, yeah. All right. Knapp, God, Henderson, Vidal, Franklin, or Harvey?
I think I got to go Travion Henderson here. My goodness. Yeah, these are all dice rolls. But Henderson.
Between these options, I'm going to go Henderson and hope the breakout is this week. All right. Then we got here to here again. Which tight end between Hunter Henry and Njoku or Waller? Like here, I can definitely say not Henry.
I think it's got to be Waller. I like Njoku, but how do you bench Waller right now?
Also words in the year 2025 did not think we would be uttering. Joe Flacco has been traded for by the Bengals. Darren Waller is a strong start. What else? I could go on and on.
Oh man,
what is happening here?
Fantasy football is happening.
You'll never guaranteed. Doesn't matter how many years you play, how much research you do, you will never predict what happens on a weekly basis. Never.
Exactly.
But we try because it's fun. Sammy picked up Jennings and Dobbs. Okay, that's nice. It worked because they have to use Trey Tucker. I love it. The defensive waiver wire moves.
I like that too, but sometimes let's hope Trey Tucker doesn't have that random big game. That's always frustrating.
That would be the definition of irony there. But anyways, yeah, I like that move. Okay, so any of these to keep over Keenan Allen or Rasheed Rice long term?
No, definitely not.
Definitely not over Rasheed Rice. Like, I could see a world where Jennings actually stays healthy and outproduces Keenan Allen, but I wouldn't drop Keenan for him. Well, you know, if it was anybody else, I wouldn't be sure if this was a real question, but I guarantee it is because this is juice. You already know what's coming. You already know.
No, I'm not starting Taysom this week. Pitts.
Over Pitts? No? Okay.
No way. Okay.
Neither am I. All right, Keenan Roberts. Flex Ridley, Dobbs, or Jennings. Also got guys like Bourne. Shakir's on waivers. Wow, Shaheed.
Shakir on waivers? I would. Well, no, I would probably play Shakir over all these guys this week.
Yeah, it's a 10-team league, but still, I mean, Shakir isn't like a stud necessarily, but he's very solid week after week. I mean, yeah, I would definitely pick up Shakir and start him. Jennings not a bad choice, but I think Shakir is the choice here. I mean, especially if you think about what if Kincaid misses, he's questionable. That's just going to help Shakir.
Yep.
Chase Brown and Haskins, I think you can keep them on your bench. You know, Nick, this is an easy one. We already know he's because we're talking about Diggs and the revenge game. What's the next revenge game? It's Rico this week. It's Rico against the Cowboys.
Yes. It's definite revenge game.
It's not like the reason we're big on Rico this week. It doesn't hurt, though. And he actually said something about it, right? What was his comment? He said something about
so the Cowboys better buckle up.
Buckle up. Oh, man. We're going for 300 yards this week. Don't quote me on that. Esteban Simon. Would you trade? Interesting. Would you trade Hampton for Henry and Pearsall?
I mean, this is tough because again, you don't feel good about Henry this week. Then you know you don't have Henry next week. Then you're hoping it gets better with Lamar the week after. You know you don't have Hampton for at least the next 4 weeks. I mean, yeah, you probably should take Henry and Pearsall here.
I think you've got to. This doesn't hurt you short term because Hampton isn't playing for at least a couple of weeks. And I don't see how this is going to be bad long term. Again, Lamar Jackson will be back. Like, the Ravens are not going to be horrible all year. Like, they're just not. And they have actually a really good schedule, too. This is another reason why it drives me crazy, people selling low on Derrick Henry, right? Yes, when they're playing from behind because their quarterback is not playing or they just get lit up on defense. I know the defense is horrible, right? I get that, but still. They're not going to be playing from behind like every game the rest of the season. They have a great schedule the rest of the year. Like, buy low on Derrick Henry everywhere you can. I'm definitely taking this. Yeah. So there you go. Do it. James Jones, happy Saturday. Losing to Dallas Goedert single-handedly. Doesn't feel great. Geez. We need a wide receiver 3, 2 running backs, and a flex. So I think a total of 4 players here. 2 of them have to be running backs.
All right, well, let's go running back first, Kyron and Genty. So that takes out 2. So then a wide receiver 3 and a flex. I think Ted's got to be your wide receiver 3. And I'm going to, Ladd or Rashad White. I might go Rashad White. Let me see here. That one's close. I'll say if QJ's out, I'll go Ladd. But if QJ plays, I'll go Rashad White.
Sounds fair. All right. Yeah, I mean, Rashad White's good, but Kyron against that Ravens defense, yeah, Genty, Kyron for sure. I think Ted, Ladd seems fair. Luis Rodriguez. This is standard. Walker, Bijan, Sutton, Igbuka, Pitts. Need to flex London or Rashad White.
All right, so that's his lineup already, and so now the flex between London or Rashad. In non-PPR, you got to go Rashad White.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm wondering. Well, okay, here's what I'm thinking. Like Rashad White, do I just put Rashad White over Kenneth Walker? But then
True, that's actually good.
But then you flex Walker. I want to start London, but I'm like, okay, Sutton is fine. Like Walker, London.
Yeah, I mean, look, London could score, but I mean, Walker could score too. I don't know. I think I'll leave it. I think I go White over London. It's close. It's close. In non-PPR, London Walker is actually closer than it should be.
Well, that's the thing is what's annoying here is it should be Walker, right? But what's the problem with Walker? He's getting pulled at the goal line.
True. But he's always got that big play. But I mean, I guess London could score too, I guess. So.
Yeah, this is aggravating because it shouldn't be this way. I think I want to put Rashad White at running back. I think I would flex London. But that one's tough. Darnold or Mac?
Darnold.
Yeah. Gotta go Darnold there. Okay. Squid missile. Christian Watson could be back soon. How relevant do you think he'll be given that it's Christian Watson and he's made of glass?
Yeah, I don't know. He might be relevant for the 1 or 2 games before he gets hurt again.
Didn't mention Watson as a stash yet because, I mean, come on. Are you really trusting him, throwing him in your lineup anytime soon? And I don't know. Okay. What about Cody now? Are you starting Daniel Jones over Justin Fields?
I'm not personally, but it's certainly safer to start Daniel Jones over Justin Fields. So if you don't want to take the risk of Fields this week, I totally understand.
Yeah, I'd rather not take the risk with Fields. This might come down to, like, are you feeling good, like you're the front runner, or are you down? Like, if you need the big potential here, I guess it's Fields because that rushing. Jones is just kind of like safe this week. I think he's like okay. Nope. Cannot call him this. Daniel Jones or Sam Darnold. It's a rule, Christian. Sorry. You want to explain it?
Yeah, come on. There's already an Indiana Jones. Come on. Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold. He has not earned that nickname.
No, he will never. How can he earn that nickname? Indiana Jones saved the world.
This is true. What, Super Bowl for Indianapolis? No, not the same.
Maybe if you're in Indianapolis, but not for everybody else.
Yeah, there you go. Well, they'll call him that. 2 receivers in the flex: London, Pickens, Chase, Jennings, Myers, Moore, Chase Brown, Carter, Etienne.
I think it's got to be those first three.
Yeah, nobody on the back half of this list needs to be considered. It's the first 3. Ernesto Balsaceras, 8-team full PPR. Walker, Mims, or Mason Taylor?
I don't think I could put a tight end in a tough matchup or Marvin Mims over Kenneth Walker. I'm still going Walker here.
Yeah, in this case, I'll go Walker. S. Parker, Waddle, Worthy, or Pittman?
I think you got to go Worthy this week. This is a smash spot for Worthy.
Yeah, these are all good options, but the ceiling goes to Worthy, right? When you say like Waddle is getting all the targets there, but I think Worthy's definitely playing in a better offense.
Yeah.
Safe to say, pretty safe to say. What's up, Cerulean Dog? Let's give him a little shout out here. I love the little custom logo, right? The CD.
Yep.
Pickens, Igbuko, Dunze, Wilson, London. Somehow we have to pick only 3 of these.
I'm going to go Odunze, Pickens, and London. Oh, wait, no. Igbuka. Oh, Dunze, Igbuka. I'm going to go Odunze, Igbuka, and Pickens. Man, Wilson, London on the bench.
Yeah, this either you're ridiculously stacked or it's a 18 league. Or even for an 18er, it's stacked. Okay, and then also wants to know, okay, Fields or Bryce Young.
Well, again, I'm going Fields. I don't mind Fields this week, but I get the risk here. So if you want to play it safer, Bryce should be fine this week.
Yeah, Bryce could put up numbers. And again, Dallas defense. Dallas is one of those teams that scores a lot, gives up a lot. That's what you want in a matchup. So I could go Young here. I think I could go Young. How about this? I'm curious. Your take, Young Surfer. Would you drop T. Higgins to stash a guy like Bond or Blue?
No, I don't think so.
Too far?
I think it's too far. I mean, look, if T. Higgins is terrible this week with Joe Flacco not really getting targeted, then okay, maybe I can start considering it, but not yet.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we've had some people like, someone dropped Juwan Jennings, Khalil Shakir, guys who are getting points and they're in good offenses. Like, could I drop Higgins to get one of those guys? Yeah, I could do that, but not for just a pure stash. All right, Brian. Looks like a tight end question. Hunter Henry or Mason Taylor?
I've got Mason Taylor ahead of Henry. Haven't we had this like a few times today and we disagree on it?
Yeah. Again, this comes down to it's PPR. Taylor probably gets you a floor because he's catching passes. They'll probably be behind. Henry is kind of like that touchdown upside. I tend to prefer the upside, but I also know there's a downside for Hunter Henry. So, okay, so Ryan Leal, I think didn't we put this also as K9 over Haskins? Yeah.
K9 over Haskins.
Okay, Daniel Dameron. Do I drop Washington for Judy or Shepard this week?
Yeah, I think you could drop him for Shepard. Start Shepard.
No, when you say you traded for Washington, I'm hoping he was like part of a package. You didn't like trade for him straight up.
Right.
But I don't think that matters. Like this, don't fall into like the sunk cost fallacy. You're like, well, I already did that. Like it doesn't matter. Like,
right.
Or I have to throw it out there, Chris. Tez Johnson.
I mean, look, maybe it's Tez and not Shepard. I don't know. I mean, they're all risky, right? They're all risky.
Honestly, I'm serious now because like when everyone's like, "Oh, this guy," and I'm like, "Yeah," and then sometimes it happens, right? Like maybe I've been sleeping on Tez Johnson.
Maybe.
Gotta look into this. I would say Shepard, but we'll see. Okay, we have. Let's see the real rider. Let's see where the real question is. I'll always go back just to make sure I didn't miss it. All right, real rider, here it is. Looks like Keenan, Khalil Shakir, or DK.
I think I'll go Keenan. I mean, yeah, I think I go Keenan no matter what here against the Dolphins. As much as I like Shakir, I don't think I could put him over Keenan yet.
Right. Yeah, and look, I think all three are in good spots this week. I know you're not huge on DK, but Calvin Austin doesn't sound like he's ready to go. Who else are they throwing to? So DK, I think, is fine. It's just a tough matchup. Shakir could be good, but Keenan has the upside here. And it looks like Ramondre or Pollard. I think it's Pollard.
Yeah, definitely Pollard.
All right. We have Kia Zoku Oni. Welcome back. Drop Kendry Miller for Harvey.
No, I think he's saying or
Harvey
needs a kicker.
Oh God. Well, I don't know if you're dropping one of those for a kicker. Okay. Well, anyways.
I mean, I think if you have to drop one, it's Kendry Miller right now.
Yeah, I still don't want to drop Harvey. There's still potential here. Yeah, I would rather drop Miller. Okay, I'm gonna leave this one to you. Thoughts on Michael Badgley?
I don't even know who he kicks for. I know didn't we have this question on, like, we talked about Badgley on Wednesday? I don't even remember. who he kicks for.
We spent way too much time talking about kickers. Okay, so Schrader.
Oh, the Colts? He's a Colts kicker now? I mean, he should be fine, right?
Not Schrader the Raiders. Schrader for the Colts, which is a juggernaut on offense. The Colts juggernaut offense. Michael Badgley, one of the few kickers left, not the only one, from the U. Michael Badgley, one of the greatest kickers in Miami Hurricanes history, along with Borregales. Borregales kicks for some team. Anyways, yeah, Badgley's fine. He's a veteran. He's got a leg. He's good.
Exactly. He's got a leg.
He's got that's the best kicker analysis you'll ever hear. He's got a leg. Okay, we talked about the revenge game. I think this might be the closest thing to the polar opposite of a revenge game, but it's a question that Ninja Fitness has asked. Will Marvin Harrison Jr. have a big game against his father's former team?
I mean, he might, but I don't think it's because he's playing his father's former team.
I'm trying to think like the motivation here. He's like he hates his dad because like he beat him into, like, he forced him to do like drills, like 3-cone drills his whole life. He's like, I don't even
want to be a wide receiver.
I don't want to play this stupid game. I don't know. No, I don't think he has a big game. Pain Bliss. Pick 2. Rico Bill Judkins. Man.
I think you got to go. I'm going to go Rico and Judkins here. Man, it's tough having Bill on the bench this week. But we know Judkins is the guy. We know Rico's the guy. There is that little bit of risk. What if?
Yeah, I know. It's like, I think we said this earlier. We had the same quote. It's like Judkins is a safer pick. Bill has that upside, but Bill is also riskier. So I don't know. I guess if you went up against like Dallas Goedert, then maybe go Bill. Unfortunately, the choices here are not as good. Downs, Flournoy, Malik Washington, or Wicks.
Oh, do we just take a chance on Flournoy here? I mean, Downs with Alec Pierce back, no. Malik Washington, no. Wicks, I guess just take a chance on Flournoy.
Yeah, I would take it. Look, I, in maybe 2 leagues, which is maybe 2 too many, I did pick up Ryan Flournoy. I think I'm forced to flex him in that one where I had like Mike Evans and CeeDee Lamb and like someone else on by. Like, why not, right? Why not? Because he's going to get 0 points. That's why not. Zach,
yeah, exactly.
you're like, I know why not. Wow. Devontae Adams or Rico Dowdle?
Oh my gosh, come on. I don't know. Dowdle definitely gives you the higher floor, not that Adams gives you a bad floor. It's full PPR. I might just go Dowdle here. I mean, it's hard not to start a workhorse running back in a good matchup, even over a wide receiver like Adams. I think I'm going to go Dowdle. Again, we would have put Dowdle on the booms if we knew for sure Chuba wasn't going to play.
Right. Also, it just kind of seems too obvious. Like I hate picking a player like who just ran for 200 yards. You're like, hey, Rico Dowdle's going to be good this
Right.
week. Like, yeah, that was last week, but he's probably going to be good this week too. Cali Kid now needs 2-2 and a flex. Puka, JSN, Diggs, Jennings, London, Rashad White, Etienne, Judkins, Kamara, Swift, Warren.
I mean, you got to start Puka and JSN.
Yeah.
I think you got to go Judkins, Rashad White. And man, I guess you got to flex Diggs over London. That's where we're at.
I know. It's like, are we really sitting London again? I don't know about some of these comments. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to address that. Okay. Let's get to the next super chat. We're getting close here. Here to here. Part ways with JMO or Shakir.
I think you can do that.
Yeah. This is I think I mentioned that's exactly the thing earlier. Actually, no, this is somebody else, but yeah, I guess so. What about Ermias? Got Jalen Warren, Pittman, Odunze, or Jamar Chase, Javonte Williams.
I think you got to take. Well, I don't know. I mean, I think I got to take Chase and Javonte here. Like Javante's been so good. I know Odunze's been great, but I mean, like Jamar Chase, I think will still be okay or good enough. Javante's been so good. Give me Chase and Javonte.
Yeah, this is interesting because he says scared of doubling down on the Bengals. I mean, I get that you got Chase Brown, but
you won't have to double down on the Bengals anymore because you got Javonte Williams. So you don't have to start Chase Brown anymore.
Hopefully you have another running back still who's better than Chase Brown. But yeah, look, just Dunes has been great, but Jamar Chase is still pretty good. I think this is fair. All right, back to Cali Kid. Bill, Rashad White, or Etienne? Here we're going Bill?
Yeah, here I'm going Bill.
Another tough one, man. Almost don't want to put it up, but I guess I have to now because I'm talking about it. AJ, Dobbins, Judkins, or White? We got to pick two.
This is a tough one, but I think I'm sitting White.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get to. Okay, hold on. Let's do the timeout thing. Someone's just being annoying. Let's get to another question. What? No, come on. That can't be serious. All right. John Reed, Jaden Blute or Kendre Miller on the waiver wire?
Well, I think I think it's got to be Jadon Blue. Like, if we envision a world where both Alvin Kamara and Javonte Williams get hurt, do we want Kendre Miller in the Saints offense or Jadon Blue in the Cowboys offense? I think we got to take Jadon Blue in the Cowboys offense, right?
That's exactly the way to think about it. Exactly what's right now standalone value. Okay, I guess you give the edge to Kendre Miller. Not that you want to start him, but you could. But yeah, you're stashing here, right? You're looking for upside. It's Jaden Blue. And then let's answer top 5 gaming. I know we've answered this question. Haskins or Vidal?
I think between the two, I prefer Haskins. If I have to pick.
Yeah, Haskins is probably going to be the lead back. Going to be the goal line back, so he's the guy. All right, let's do a few more. We're now all the way caught up, except that Arthur Swanson just dropped in. What's up, Arthur? Dropped the super chat. Anticipating RB trades. Would you assume Kamara goes first? Like
I would be shocked if Kamara got traded. He has a no trade clause. He likes playing for the Saints, unless he's like, I want to go win a Super Bowl, and they're like, hey, we'll trade you to the Chiefs, or like, I don't even know what other team that's a Super Bowl contender needs a running back.
Eagles might need some help. That Barkley guy doesn't look too good, but
yeah, I don't know. So I don't think I'd be shocked if Kamara gets traded. I'd be shocked.
Yeah, Brees Hall makes more sense because the Jets are obviously winless still. Don't think they're going to pull out a win this week, although you never know. And they've been talking about it since before the season, right? Brees Hall would make sense, but do you think he actually gets traded? I mean, what are the chances?
Brees Hall?
Yeah,
I'd say less than 50%. I mean, remember the thing about a trade is it takes two teams to trade. So even if the Jets are like, hey, we're shopping Brees Hall, again, it's got to be a team that feels like they're contending, or at least, because remember, Brees on the last year of his deal, so there's no guarantee Brees resigns with you next year. Or maybe you try, your Brees is like, hey, you sign Brees to a long-term extension right away. So yeah, it's got to be it's not just the Jets wanting to trade Brees, it's also teams wanting to trade for Brees, and then what are they going to have to give up for Brees?
Right. And that's why people are like, oh, the Bengals or whatever team needs a quarterback, just go get Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins costs a lot of money for a backup quarterback, so it's not that simple. We're like, just like a Madden trade.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Only other one, maybe Tony Pollard, also on a team that's going nowhere, but I don't know if he's tradable. I honestly don't. Yeah, that's exactly right too. And I think I mentioned this last week. Realistically, they ship off Brees Hall. Remember, Braylon Allen is basically done for the season. They're really going to be like, yeah, I know we're not going to win, but we'll just roll with like Isaiah Davis and random practice squad guy for the rest of the season. It's not a good look for an NFL team. Like, they don't just think that way. I know we think that way, but they don't think that way.
Right.
Okay. Jin Rail. Who to flex in full? Have Lamb out, Pearsall, Hampton. Okay, so Judy, Algier, Pacheco.
Oh man, gosh, just give me Pacheco here, I guess. I mean, oh man, maybe Algier because the Bills are a bad run defense, but come on, Judy, I might just go Pacheco here. Pacheco.
Those are your choices. Yeah, I think so. Man, Judy's just looking unplayable. All right, we've had this question before. I get it, but Kalen Snead, Jaden Daniels, or Matt Stafford?
I'm still going Jaden Daniels. I mean, look, maybe if Terry and Debo are out, which I guess we won't know. I'm still going JD.
Yeah, I gotta go JD. He's got a great matchup too. Okay, well, here we go. We're, if there's somebody who's got inside info on the Saints, Juice saying Kamara wants to stay as a Saint, wants to retire as a Saint.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if Kamara gets traded. Because remember, he's got a no trade, so he has to also. It's not just like the Saints have to want to trade him; a team has to want to trade for him. But then he's got to say yes. It's a lot. It's a lot that has to go. Working there.
Yeah. He's their most popular player. I'm assuming, of course, like after Taysom Hill. But, I don't think they're going to get rid of him. Tyler Sperry. What do we do with Devontae Smith?
Yes,
didn't trade.
Don't drop them. Look, Devonta Smith, he was wide open on that huge touchdown, and Jalen Hurts just threw a terrible pass. This is Devonta Smith. This is why I wasn't like super high on Devonta Smith this year, because he's one of those guys you feel like, yeah, he's a good player and a good offense. He should be good, but he just feels like one of those players that's he'll have those random big games like we saw 2 weeks ago, and then he'll have a lot of games like we saw this past week where he's just kind of okay. So you can't drop him though.
No, there's no reason he's droppable. I mean, he's slightly disappointing, but no, you don't drop a guy like that. Okay, and I think looks like he did the same thing. Yeah, the same thing twice. All right, Tyler. So no, don't drop Devonta Smith. Okay, let's do a couple. Yeah, he said, what would you want to do? Just hold him.
Yes, just hold them.
A couple more here before we get out. Going near the 3-hour mark. Bentastic. Choose 3 between White, Etienne, Pickens, Adams.
Pickens, Adams, and White are going to be my 3.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's close. Just like this one from B. 2 running backs, 1 flex. Genty, Hall, Etienne, Bill Dowdle.
I'm going Genty, Bill Dowdle.
It's a tough one. Got good choices at least. And then Sean Theodore. So it's close too. Dak or Love.
Yeah, but I think you got to go Love against the Bengals.
Yeah, Love, you're like, well, they'll run the ball. They're not going to pass a lot. No, they didn't pass a lot. Remember the game before the bye? They also had a great matchup, but he threw 4 touchdowns. Like, it's good enough spot for Love. And let's end on this. I'm not sure if there's a follow-up to anything. Anthony, just reminding everybody, give us a like. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, everybody. So we're going to get out of here because we're going to be back tomorrow for another 3 hours before kickoff. So don't forget, give that thumbs up if you haven't yet. You've been watching this whole time. Appreciate you watching and also subscribing if you haven't subscribed yet. Everyone helps us out on the road to 100K. We're getting there. So if you watch this channel at all, you appreciate what we're trying to do to help everybody win, subscribe, and you can turn on notifications so you know as soon as videos drop, which is basically every single day for the entire football season. And every time we go live, reminder, we'll be back tomorrow morning with the latest injury updates. Things change. We still got a lot of guys that are questionable. We want to know exactly what's going on, who to start, who to sit, any trade questions you got, any waiver wire, whatever it is. Hit us up. And don't forget about the Draft Lane app. You can use that as well. All right, guys. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow morning.